use. Oh, I could just do this one, which is the cinematic cam. No, that's too difficult. I'm not going to finish this delivery before we do the podcast because
we're on Twitch now, so don't show any.
But you're not showing my stream.
No, I'm not.
Would my you like beautiful me to show trucking stream? No, I mean you can because it's something interesting happening. But
oh fuck, it's literally just darkness.
But I should probably. I mean, when I say something interesting happening, I mean me playing Truck Simulator, which is not the most interesting game to watch.
We're still in an open channel.
Oh yeah, we should probably switch to
stream talking.
Stream talking, Matt. Okay. Sorry, I'm gonna quit now because I'm gonna save and quit.
All right, I'll move over.
Yeah, hold on. Stop. I'll be there in a second.
I don't know how to turn off my stream. All right, I'm just gonna quit. And I think it'll automatically stop my stream. All right. Okay, I get to a video.
Everyone talks about the blue pill and the red pill, but I'm gonna take the white pill.
What's that? Ecstasy? Sextasy?
I'm gonna pee and grab a drink, and then I'll be right back.
My cushions on my chair are feather pillows, which were causing me to get the sniffles and cry every night in allergies.
Yeah.
So I moved them off the bed, and I'm like, I might as well use them somewhere, so I'm sitting on them. But I saw a feather come out, so I took an allergy pill. Because first day back from Illinois, I just started like, this whole eye turned red, and I couldn't get enough mucus out of this nostril.
Yeah.
It was bad.
Yeah, dude. Feather pillows are really nice, but not if you're allergic to them.
Yeah. And when I took down the cushy things on the wall, I thought it was them because they used to be in the smoke in a smoking household. So I thought they retained so much smoke I was allergic to them. No, it wasn't them. It was the feather pillows. So I've got 2 pillows I'm using from the other room, which I will put back in there before my family visits. And I bought some cheap-ass pillows from Walmart. It's a 2-pack.
Nice.
I think the big thing with pillows is put the plastic on your face.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're supposed to be jerking off while you do that.
Oh.
They call that carroting.
Yeah, I just realized that with the pillows on my head, it looked like I was racist, so let me try this again with just the plastic.
You were just dressed up as a ghost. It's fine.
Okay, perfect. I'm a spaceman. We're on Twitch for this. I really shouldn't do this.
That's fine.
That is encouraging self-violence.
Is it? You're not saying do this. Okay.
I made banana bread and it's good as fuck.
Can I have some?
I love banana bread. I should have bought bananas from Target.
I do a lot of things on stream that people shouldn't do. Like the fact that I just bought this 6-pack from a Dollar General today, and I spent, 5 minutes on the other channel licking it?
Yeah, you and your goddamn back are blue Mountain Dew.
No, it's a Thin Dew line.
Thin Dew line.
Back our dew. All right. We're on
We're on Twitch.
We're on Twissy.
Pussy. Everybody shake your bussies.
Are we going to be talking about Dr. Disrespect? Because I don't know too much.
Obviously.
I don't know anything other than he got banned. And probably it's bad because he
got banned for mysterious reasons, they said.
Yeah.
So I don't think it was for any one incident. I think they just said, we're done.
There's a lot of speculation that it's something where the law has been involved at this point.
I see.
Which is why they're saying hush hush, as opposed to everyone else who's getting banned for sexual abuse allegations.
Well, what I'm going to say is not to like completely accuse him of anything because I don't know, but I would say if it's a male streamer, legal, he was probably sending dick pics to minors.
I think it's the other way
seems-
around. I think
Or he was getting nudes from minors sent to him. I mean, that's just
and he was
the way
accruing
it
a
goes.
collection. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It does seem like something legal because they're not talking about it, which is what you do when you need to like build a case or like I don't know, preserve evidence.
Man, I just went to this motherfucker's Wikipedia page.
Yeah, he's a fuck. He's an absolute
Racism.
fuck.
I love this. Racism accusation.
There's a whole
Musician-
subheader of that.
Yes. Musician Jimmy Wong compiled a series of clips in which Beam, this guy, caricatures Chinese accents and language and accused him of racism on the basis. In response, Beam claimed some of his best friends are Asian and called the criticism laughable. He literally did the some of my best friends are.
How do people not know that's like you can't do that anymore? Like it's literally a joke.
In June 11, 2019,
All right.
Doctor.
Let's get levels here.
Fucking, I've got a delivery coming.
All right,
At
sorry.
some point,
This is John talking, and then Spanky, and then Matt, and then TJ.
And this is Spanky talking, and I've got a fucking delivery coming, but my delivery driver is like, "Oh, I'm on my way. I'm just dropping another order."
Oh no, your delivery driver got diarrhea?
This is TJ.
Hey, this is John talking now, because I gotta hear what I sound like now again. All right, we sound good.
Okay. My fan's not picking
me
up in the
just-
stream?
Nothing that a little whatchamacallit.
Because I could turn this down to a 2 if I didn't already.
The compressor, built-in
Okay.
audio compressor, won't fix, or the
I
digital
I just know I'm getting the
I gotta
green
switch
square around me.
Now I can hear people.
Okay.
I had Discord turned down, so I can only hear Twitch. So I didn't kill myself, but
I'm like, why is the video quality so bad on stream? Oh, because I had it
you're
on
downloading
480.
a bunch of shit.
No, not right now.
You're downloading a bunch of porn. Spanky, we'll start after you get your delivery, but before you get delivery, let's chat a little bit more about Dr. Disrespect's Wikipedia, because I cut you off while you were saying something. I want to hear it.
On June 11, 2019, Dr. Disrespect Twitch channel was suspended as he was in real life streaming while attending the 2019 edition of E3. His cameraman followed him into a public restroom.
I heard about
He
this
re-entered the bathroom on 2 different occasions with filming still going on at the venue in violation of the privacy rules on Twitch and privacy laws in the California Penal Code. In addition, E3 organizer Entertainment Software Association revoked the pass, banning him from the event. And then Twitch reinstated his channel on June 25th, 2 weeks later. So you got a 2-week ban for live streaming into a public restroom. Honestly, I don't think we have to worry about transgender people in bathrooms. We have to worry about gamers in bathrooms.
Twitch streamers.
Hey guys, just so you know, when I search him banned, Asmongold Disturbed, first link that comes up. Gotta love that.
Because you've
Okay.
been fucking you got your YouTube so fucked up on that World of Warcraft
Dude,
shit.
No, like he does all these. He's not
He
just
does
World
more
of
than
Warcraft. He
World
does all these reaction things too. Like when Ethan H3H3 was doing that like Keemstar takedown shit. Like every one of those videos he had Asmongold reacts. It's like I don't give a fuck. Like just show me how to make money in WoW or something.
No, I've never watched that guy's videos because I don't even have to hear his voice.
I don't know
I
if
can
I've
tell
ever
exactly what
seen one of his videos, but like I've seen his face so many goddamn times. I feel like I have.
The faces he makes in his thumbnails, and that like just I know what his voice sounds like from looking at him.
Yeah.
So like, there's no reason for me to watch the video. I know what content I'm missing.
I really hate how YouTube incentivizes shitty thumbnails. I'm just so sick of those like reaction face thumbnails.
It does seem like he's over, based on I'm reading a Forbes article, which is written by some other game streamer guy who knows stuff, but he said he's talking about some tweets that have come out. A streamer who posted and deleted a tweet saying she knew what happened and that he's not just done on Twitch, but on everything, which sounds like he's going away legally.
Yeah.
Ooh, there's the last 30 seconds of his stream.
Like, you make money playing video games. How hard is it to not fuck that up? Like,
apparently,
all
really
you have
hard.
to do is not do illegal shady shit, and then you can continue making money playing video games.
What? Not illegal? Fuck! I've been doing this all wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's streaming like Roblox or something. It does seem pretty serious because his Discord partnership was also canceled as well, I guess. And I guess the craziest thing, though, is that Twitch is not confirming the permanent ban. They issued refunds to anyone that was paying for a subscription, which has never happened before.
Yeah.
Outside of when Ninja and Shroud both permanently left the thing. So it seems like this is like you're done. But maybe this is all complete bullshit that's being fucking stirred up because he's going to show up on fucking Facebook Live.
Oh, God damn it.
I'd say that's like a 70% chance that's what's happening.
I doubt it.
Here's what I think. My opinion is that he was on film punching and kicking a woman, and so he has to be canceled. But next season, the Cleveland Browns are going to hire him to be their running back.
All right.
That is what happened with Kareem Hunt.
I was gonna say, I feel like that's an example of a real life thing that I don't know about, and I'm okay not knowing about that.
That happened to Kareem Hunt. He was like one of the absolute best running backs in NFL, I believe, in 2018, maybe 2017. And then like over the off season, there's this video comes out of him just like beat the shit out of this woman in the hallway of a hotel. And it's like, well, he has to be out of football. And everyone's like, oh, he can't play ever again. Nope, can't play ever again. Has to be out of football. Chiefs cut him immediately. Like a couple weeks later, the Cleveland Browns are like, fucking, you're hired.
Well, it's not like he did something terrible, like kneeling.
So another thing also point out about the worst person on Twitch is
I'm right
there's
here.
a collectible figurine manufacturer called like Lamo. I'm gonna call it. It's just Lamo, but it's just Lamo is what I'm gonna call it.
Fair enough.
And they're like pop vinyl figures of like different streamers basically, and they all look like absolute trash. So they look like, you know, pop figurines. And they removed the Dr. Disrespect one from their website.
Yeah.
So there's a large distancing by a lot of
But it still could be like someone like that. It's probably just like, okay, we don't know what's going on, so we're just doing this just in case. Because
that's possible.
I feel like probably that company and Twitch aren't having like backroom meetings about like super secret info. I don't know. I'm very curious to see what this all is. Hey, it's Judy Cass. Judy Cass is in the chat.
But I will say that the general thing is that he was. I mean, all we have to go off of is Twitch said that he violated their community standards. So I would assume that is probably having to do with. It wasn't obviously anything on the stream. You know, because that was something that people would have video of. So
yeah.
I mean, good. It could have happened to a more deserving person.
Honestly, what do you have to do on stream to get canceled like this? Like PewDiePie straight up says the N-word and shit.
I think it's
like,
directly the severity of your what's required for you to get kicked off the platform is directly related to how much money you make for Twitch. So that's why
true.
PewDiePie gets so many second chances.
Well, PewDiePie is YouTube more than anything else, though.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, Google has like no qualms about promoting the worst awful shit in the world to make money.
So What episode number is this? Is that correct, Matt, on the bottom?
398, I
398.
believe.
Yeah, I'm almost certain that's right.
Well, let me see if it's right, because I'm the one editing.
Yeah.
397 is
it.
coming out. 397 is coming out tomorrow, so that means we're recording 398 tonight. So you're
You guys
correct.
raiding tomorrow? Just to get this out of the way.
Well, okay.
Oh, shit.
Well,
I
just
forgot we.
started. TJ's like, all right, let's talk about World of Warcraft Classic.
I
Well, I am
I-
back
I
in
for-
it.
Yeah.
I forgot that we put subs get Spanky snap. In,
Yeah.
That's
We
right.
We mentioned that last week.
Yeah.
We
Oh,
had
no.
someone sub as well, so you need to get on that.
Yeah, I think Judy Cass subbed and gifted a sub to TJ.
Yeah, I'm subbed.
I'll give TJ my Snapchat.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. All right,
It's
let's
just
get
that
started.
like snap filter that you've been using.
Yeah. All right.
Oh shit! I should turn that on, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah, probably.
So your delivery still hasn't shown up, right? Correct.
Yeah,
Who gets groceries delivered at 9 p.m.?
dude, I fucking.
Welcome to morning.
No. I needed wet cat food because Mike will not take pills
All right.
anymore.
Let's get into this. Welcome to Born in the 80s, episode 398. I'm your host, as always, John Danger, joined by my co-hosts.
Matt Haig.
TJ with my only new fans, May.
Yeah.
And Spanky.
I had
Hi,
to groan
Spanky.
at that OnlyFans joke.
I know, but it's a different only fan now.
Only fan. It's one fan.
Um,
It's our one fan.
but I had to replace my other fan.
Why?
It was a sad story, but it actually has nothing to do with the fan. So
This is going to get wild.
no, so my my stepdad was power washing the house,
Okay.
and my nephew was visiting.
That's not a euphemism for anything, is it?
No,
Yeah,
it was just power washing the
thinking
house.
power washing the house. That's what I tell people when I'm flushing out my bussy.
Yeah.
No, we'll get to that.
Just a nice little
Leslie is my
power
house.
wash enema.
my nephew decided to use the bathroom on the way out of the house, so instead of coming back in our basement, which you actually have to go out to the breezeway to get down to the basement, there's a bathroom down there, and they're like, there's a bunch of flooding down here. Like, what the fuck? Well, we found out that it wasn't from the rain that we had gotten earlier in the day.
Mhm.
The outer faucet, the water line that goes to it, spraying water when it's turned on. So we know we got to fix that. So we went ahead and we turned off the main just for that section of the pipe, and then we spent probably about an hour and a half with 2 carpet cleaners.
Ouch.
Well, it's not carpeted; it's concrete down there. But that was
Yeah.
just the easiest way to do it because
Yeah, vacuum up water.
I don't know where the shop vac is, but I know it's around here somewhere. But those were there, so we were flushing it out. So I'm like, why don't we? I'm like, you could just use the box fan I've got in my room.
Your
He's like,
fan was press ganged into service.
well, almost. But
I have a box fan.
my stepdad,
It's so loud, though. I don't have it on.
my stepdad,
Spanky
Oh.
got his delivery.
my
We were just...
stepdad's,
Yeah,
yeah,
go ahead.
my stepdad said, go ahead and go to the store and buy another box fan, because the
Mhm.
Dollar General sometimes
Mhm.
gets them beginning of the summer season, and they are out of box fans. So I bought
That happens
this.
every time. Like,
Yep.
when I needed a box fan because my air conditioner like seized up, or didn't seize up, but the pipes got clogged with gunk.
Yep.
So I had to flush it out. But so there's water drip. You were here when that happened.
Oh yeah, that's right. I
Yeah.
was there.
And we went to like multiple places and nobody had fucking box fans because there was just a
Yeah.
heavy rain or something. Like,
Oh yeah, we went
Week
to fucking
before.
Menards. We
went to Target and I got it finally.
Oh, that's
They had-
right, because I looked it up on the app.
Yeah, you looked up in that and we're like, hey, let's go to Target. And we did it.
Um,
So I got
but,
2
uh,
box fans.
But yeah, so I was building this before the podcast, which I have to tighten this
Yeah.
bar up here. But and then I donated my box fan to
I
downstairs.
see.
You donated your box.
So I
Where's
wanted to, I just want to mention Spanky had to leave because he got a delivery that he scheduled during our podcast
Yeah.
for some reason.
Thanks,
I was
Spanky.
very respectful of
Just,
him.
late night
Maybe that.
groceries.
Just getting your 9 p.m. groceries delivery. He'll explain it when he gets back. We'll force him to explain himself when he gets back. But I guess TJ's got the new fan. I see you got your gamer wall up behind you there, fully set
yeah.
up. I think.
Well,
you set
I
up
keep
some of it, but you've made it better.
I keep changing it. I was
Got it.
talking in one of my other Discord channels about how I own every physical media of Kingdom Hearts in the US now, and
You know
how
what's
Melody
next?
Melody
Japan.
Memory. Well, no, I don't fucking care. But Melody Memory is going to come out on
Yeah.
everything. The Kingdom Hearts rhythm game that got announced about a week and a half ago. It's coming out
there's
on
a rhythm
Switch.
game there.
Yeah, it's coming out on Switch, Xbox One, and PS4. Coming out
shit.
worldwide this year.
So you're gonna need to buy 3 copies.
Yeah,
Yes.
fuck. So this isn't all of my Kingdom Heartses. My PS3 2.5 is still in Illinois.
Wait a minute.
which-
Can we just discuss whether or not first it's Kingdom's Heart or Kingdom Hearts?
It's both. It's Kingdom's
Okay.
Heartses.
I would.
Kingdom Hearts.
I think it's Kingdom Heartses.
No, it's Kingdom's Heartses.
I can tell you
Go
one
off,
thing: the
King.
plural of Bigfoot is Bigfoot.
Kingdom Hearts.
So,
But it's with an X, but
Oh,
it's
wait.
actually the Greek letter chi.
No, it's Kingdom Shartses.
Kingdom Shark.
Kingdom Sharts.
Yes.
So yeah, my 2.5 PS3 is up in Illinois. My copies of Game Boy Advance and Re 58 are
Remastered.
recoded.
Disco
is, in
chain
Illinois.
memories by 26x52
But I have
Over 2, yeah.
over 2. Yeah, sorry.
two
over
of my
2.
Portal games in my DS, which I should test out my DS streaming again
Oh yeah,
because I have a better computer for that.
you have a computer
And-
that can stream.
I don't fucking know what happened to my copy of Dream Drop Distance 3DS.
Oh, I took it. I stole it from your house.
Fuck. John,
It's
can I
right
have it
there.
back? Okay, cool. I'm gonna. But anyway, I'm gonna keep looking because it's not in my regular spots. It's not in my 3DS,
Mhm.
and it wasn't in Illinois. But I only had one kid there, and the other two took their 3DSs to Florida. So
Florida.
I can check later.
Oh, they went to Florida. I hear that place is very good right now.
Yeah.
They're mostly staying in for the most part, although they were on a boat.
Oh my.
I've also got to say that just in general, if there wasn't a pandemic, Florida? Like, I
There's
lived there
family
for a
there.
while. It's terrible in Florida.
Right? There's family there, right?
Okay, I'll prep you guys for this. My
Okay.
wife,
My wife.
My wife.
my wife's brother,
My
My
wife's brother.
wife
and his wife,
And his wife.
his wife.
and their 3 kids.
That
um,
3 kids. Oh,
No.
They're all down there.
they're all dead.
so-
Oh, down there.
Yes, they all died.
Of
Natural
COVID.
causes.
COVID.
COVID.
But yeah, so my in-laws and 2 of my daughters went down there.
Hmm.
My middle daughter had
COVID?
she was doing 3 of them, 3 COVIDs. Yeah,
Yeah.
my middle daughter's doing some.
Well, it's
advanced
not
track
dangerous
something.
until you get up to 19.
Track.
No, advanced track learning.
Oh,
It's-
so
it's-
she's just like too smart for Florida. I get that.
Yeah. It was a 3-week program for people do for the honors program in middle school
Oh,
to
fun.
see
I
if
feel
they'll
like
actually
being
do
too
well.
smart for Florida just means you have all of your teeth.
Mhm.
TJ, can you?
I don't.
So on your new vehicle, are you gonna get that your kid is an honor student?
Well, that vehicle's not going to last long. Do we want to get right into it then? Do you want to go right into my vehicle troubles?
No,
Yes.
let's
No,
pant that.
you should mix 2 stickers together. My other ride is an honor student.
No. No. No.
What is he, Doctor Disrespect?
No.
Oh, no,
Allegedly.
I've got-
Let's start that
Allegedly,
rumor.
John.
Let's just
I've
start
got
that rumor.
Allegedly.
World canceled. Oh no.
Anyway, well, we're still on Twitch somehow. It's almost
Yeah.
like none of us are child predators.
Yay!
Yay!
Okay, so let's let off TJ for a minute because he's been talking for a while. Give him a break. Let's talk to Spanky, who missed last week.
Spanky, nothing happened, right?
Nothing
okay,
happened.
good. Now, John,
There wasn't a
what-
quote unquote saga that you needed to let us in on.
All right.
Yeah.
So the reason I missed last week,
Mhm.
there's been a lot of shit that I've done, and it seems like it's all just happening in a couple of weeks. So one thing I did is I bought a house.
Yep.
Are you now? Just a question. Are you closed and everything?
On Tuesday, I will
Okay,
close.
yeah.
So you're done, basically. Everything was.
Yes,
Everything
I've
was.
signed
And
everything.
that's, of
Everything
course,
is
when you
just-
start voting straight Republican.
Yep. I'm
Yeah.
already there as a homeowner.
Yeah. So
Our podcast is half homeowners.
Yeah. Fuck you guys. All right. Sorry.
not until
I-
Tuesday. I'm still a fucking radical anarchist until Tuesday.
Until Tuesday. And
At
then
which
it's all.
point I'm just like, I'm going to
NIMBY.
start with Joe Biden and just slowly creep toward the right.
Yeah, that's right.
You're gonna
You
be
wanna go
John.
full
you're gonna
libertarian.
be full on profile.
Well, I mean, John's the last one to leave the Make Azeroth Great Again guild. So
By like a few hours. Actually, it was a full day.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Well, you know,
Well, my power went out during the mass exodus.
TJ
so I
is the
was
only
not
one
able
that
to be
never
on.
actually joined, so I think technically he's the best.
I don't know.
That's
I sit
true.
in Tool time though.
Yeah, you were in that guild too, Spanky.
I was in it for exactly one day.
You joined it.
And I quit because they were being transphobic as fuck. So
You know what's funny is I don't think I've ever heard anyone say anything like that again. So maybe you did good by pissing or by calling people out.
honestly, though, it was fine with me because it gave me an opportunity to play retail, which I hadn't done. Like I hadn't beaten.
And then you fucking quit.
Yeah, you did too.
Yeah.
Well, because you quit.
And now you just play Roblox and
Beaten
Stay
RuneScape.
alone.
John, we literally beaten us off. Like what? Like
We
new
killed the
expansion-
old god together.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
over.
The new expansion is coming out in a little
Yeah,
while. We beat the last boss. Like there's not a whole lot left to do. We both got flying. Like I feel like we rode that ride already.
My wife is closing the door because I'm yelling too much.
In addition to buying a house, I
Yeah.
have been working with my friends to renovate their house that they bought. So I've been like redoing an entire bathroom, tearing out walls, putting out hardy backer and drywall, all sorts of crazy shit. So that was going on. I also have a cat who meows a lot, and you've definitely heard him meow before on the podcast and in the stream. His name is Mike. He's currently sitting in a cardboard box about 5 feet away from me, pissing. And that's important. Why? It's important because he almost died. So boy cats, apparently, if you get them fixed, like Mike is, their dicks don't get full size like me. So so they can get like gunk in their dick and then they can't pee and then they
Where's
eventually die. Yeah, there he is.
He just left. He's going off to pee in there.
Yeah, he's going off to be somewhere else. So this saga has been kind of a fucking nightmare. So
It's been going on for a while, right? This happened a few months ago as well.
so kind of, but not that bad. So in March he had this kind of the same issue, but he was still able to pee. He was just having a lot of trouble doing it. I just had to get him on some gabapentin to calm him down, and he was fine. That was what's called, I think, like I actually don't. It starts with I and it has the word cystitis in it. But basically, it's they get stressed out so much that they get inflammation in their bladder.
Mhm.
This was like a stone buildup, basically.
Who's TJ?
Does he
Yeah,
also drink a
so-
lot of Mountain Dew?
I've cut down quite a bit.
He-
Wait, what are you
he-
drinking right now?
Yeah, he only drinks.
I'm going
the
back and forth.
back the dew kind.
Back the do.
At least you're balancing out with a gallon of milk.
Well, first of all, yes, this is the bottle for spring water. Secondly, I filled it up from my bathtub. Well, sorry, from the bathtub faucet.
So you've got Gamer Fuel and Gamer Girl bathwater.
It's gamer guy bathwater.
Oh my god.
I put that in my CPAP. Gamer girl bathwater.
So you can breathe
Oh,
that
no.
night.
I can get to sleep.
So Mike first went to the vet with his current issue.
Mhm.
I want to say a week and a half ago. So it wasn't Tuesday of this week, but it was Tuesday of the week before this week. And he went to his normal vet, and they kept him there for, I think, 3 days, and I got him back on Friday. Cost me $650 to keep him there for 3 days. Not terrible as 3 days at a vet goes, And that's one of the reasons I go there is because I really like all the people there, and they're not stupid fucking expensive.
Yeah.
And they give them back to me, and they're like, "Well, just let us know if he's having more issues." And they gave me a call on Friday morning and said, "Has he gone pee?" And I said, "Yes," because he did go pee because I locked him in the bathroom, and he decided to be pissed off about that and go pee in the bathtub. So I said, "Yeah, he did pee in the bathtub." Well, that lasted one day, and then he was actually like blocked up again and couldn't pee again. The problem was my vet is only open until like 5 p.m. on Fridays, and then it's not open on the weekends. So I had to, at like midnight, take my cat to an emergency vet in town, and I had to sit there for like 2 hours listening to 4 different people lose their dogs. So that was traumatizing in itself. Just like, give us your cat. By the way, sit down, and you can hear a bunch of people crying. One of them ran over their dog, and then a couple, like, it's just like very fucking stressful situation. I had a panic attack in the fucking waiting room. But it was fine because there was social distancing, so nobody saw me having a panic attack. I could just like chill out and be like, all right, put in my headphones and just fucking breathe.
Calm down. Yeah, your own corner to.
Yeah,
like,
I was in the corner too.
I think that's an interesting thing too. That so I've been seeing counseling and stuff for my anxiety issues, and like one of the things my counselor said is because there's a thing that you have when you have anxiety and you have a panic attack, and it's like people that are seeing you don't probably know that you're having a panic attack. There isn't usually heavy outward signs. So because like for me, that's like being in public. I'm worried that I'm gonna have a panic attack, and then people are gonna like think I'm weird or something. I don't know if it's my own social anxiety, but so it's just like that's a thing. And so in your case, you were even luckier with the age of social distancing that it's like people can't even get close to me and know. So I'm just gonna.
And I was wearing a face mask too, so
pop some gabapentin.
I did have it in my pocket.
Yeah.
So he had to stay there from Friday night until Monday morning, and at an emergency vet, that costs you $1,300. So I've now gotten to about $2,000 I've spent on my cat in a week. So we get him back, and I monitor him, and guess what? Blocks again. Next day. So I've already spent $2,000, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I'm even gonna do. So I took him to his normal vet again, and was like, just like, see what you can do with him. And they were able to unblock him again. This time, like, actually, like, he passed the it's not quite a stone. It's more of gunk in a cat because it's a bunch of stones.
I think technically it's like dick gunk is what they call it.
Cat dick gunk. I think it's called dick gunk.
Cat dick cheese.
Yes, cat dick cheese.
There's the episode title.
So they were able to, and like really quick too, and he was able to go again. And then the doc was like, "All right, here we go. You can have him back. Only charge me $40."
Oh, that's nice.
So that was good. And I've had him, and I've been putting him on drugs. So now the saga continues. John asked, "Who gets fucking delivery groceries at 9 p.m.?" Here's the thing. I have to give this cat pill for gabapentin, pill for fucking prazosin, which is like relaxes his bladder muscles, and a syringe of amoxicillin, and I have to do all of that twice a day. This cat at first was like, "Oh, fine, I'll eat this pill. It's fine. It's no big. I mean, it's just whatever." We're on like day 10 of this, and the cat is like, "If you get near me with a pill, I will bite the fuck out of you." He's tired of it. So what I got home, and I'm like, I need to give him his medicine, but I forgot to go to the store whenever I was out today. And the only way I can give him medicine right now is if I get some wet cat food and mix the medicine into that. Because I got dry cat food, so he basically, because he has a urinary issue, he has to go on a urinary tract diet. Well, he doesn't like that, so he had a full bowl of it all day, and he would just stare at it and fucking yell at me because he doesn't like that food. He likes the food that he's been eating for years. So I would try to like mix his old food in with his new food, and he will like meticulously go in and eat the kernels of his old food, and then meow at me again.
Yeah.
So I had to get some wet cat food just so I could fucking get him his medicine, because I was gonna go insane having that. So that's why I got that delivery, and also because in Missouri we are one of the 14 states having record new coronavirus cases.
Yeah.
So I do
Yeah,
not want
USA, we're doing it. We're gonna double that number.
USA. USA.
Yeah, I
So
love
I
I
say-
don't want to go to the store physically myself, or even with a face mask, because no one else is wearing them.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, this is the kind of dovetails into what I wanted to talk about with coronavirus. But yeah, it's gotten so much worse.
Oh,
and we were
just to
talking-
finish up with Mike, though.
Yes.
because it's only a couple more things. He has been incontinent since I got him back from the vet the final time, which means he just drips cat piss everywhere,
Yeah.
and cat piss does not smell good. So he
No.
just like rocking around dripping cat piss.
I hope
And today,
Is there a
when I
kitty
got home,
diaper?
get a bunch of bottles of Nature's Miracle. That shit works.
he
great.
won't wear a diaper. He'll tear it off. I've thought about that already. So he is able to go right now, but he's in like when I got home today, he wasn't dripping anymore, and I'm like, is this a bad sign that you're about to be blocked again?
Yeah.
But he has peed. So I have a cardboard box next to me because, like, I don't know. I thought maybe it'd be nice for him to chill out next to me while he's high on gabapentin. I guess he thinks it's a litter box because he just like climbed in it and took a piss, or maybe he's pissed off at me. I don't really know. Yeah. So basically, either he's not dripping because he's having issues pissing, which means I'm gonna have to spend more money at the vet the same week that I buy a house, which sucks. Or he's finally getting back to normal, which is what I hope. And
Yeah,
that's
hopefully.
pretty much it for his saga.
Yeah. I also want to say fuck you to your house that you're buying because of how cheap it was.
Well,
It's not necessarily cheap. It's normal price for the area. Like it appraised at almost exactly what I bought it for.
What I'm saying is that you have a house that is how many square feet is it?
2,000.
Yeah, similar in square footage to my house, but I think it's $100,000 cheaper than what I paid.
Yeah,
And
and my
it's actually like $140,000 less than what my house is currently on the market for this year. So,
and my interest rate for my mortgage is 3.375%
mine's
because of
4.75. So
because of Corona fucking making that shit low.
Yep.
That's-
It's cheap. If you got the money, it's a real good time to buy a house because the interest rates have never been lower. It's Corona. So, yeah, let's talk about the fact that nobody wants to wear masks apparently, and that's like a thing now. Even though Dick Cheney was wearing a mask. or
No,
something on
John, we
Twitter.
flattened the curve. It's over now.
I
We
think
need
my
our
favorite-
haircuts.
My favorite saying about this is coronavirus didn't go away because you got bored with it. Because that is what's happening, I feel like. Because people are just like, I'm going to go outside. And, like,
Yeah.
you can still go and do activities and things safely. Like, my
Everyone
parents
that
have-
was like becoming a pretend like mountain person and like making their own bread and being totally self-sufficient was like, oh shit, that's hard. I don't want to do that anymore. Let's go
Yeah.
back to the
Oh,
store.
yeah. And it sucks. And I knew it was going to happen, too, because I was like, because when my work was like, okay, we need the non-essential, or not the non-essential, but the people that don't need to be on site to do their job, people that can work from home need to work from home. Like, and that was March 13th, I think. So that was a long time ago at this point. I went around and talked to everybody and I said, all right, well, I'll see you guys next year probably, because I knew with this pandemic and the way it was looking that we're not going to be back here until there's a vaccine. And that wasn't necessarily all in the fact that I was pessimistic about our ability to stop it, or people weren't going to wear masks. This was before we knew anything, but I was just like, there is no way that we're going to be able to handle this. And I was right.
Yeah.
Because it is a nightmare. I think I talked a couple weeks ago about going to a bar to pick up a dinner and being one of like 3 people in that like 30-person packed bar with a mask. And it's just like, this is over. Like, we're just gonna, and it sucks too, because we're talking about how our county here in Wisconsin has a reopening plan where you're doing phases, and then as you hit checkpoints, you're allowed to move in the next phase. And so we went to phase 2, where I think bars and restaurants are able to open and be at, I think, 50% capacity, or maybe it's 25% in this current phase. And so like people are getting back to work, and people that were not going to be worried about that can go to a bar, I guess, or something, or if you want to eat outside at a bar. But I think people just were like, all right, cool, we're done with this, so let's everyone go do shit now. So we're not as bad as some of the other states like Missouri, but Wisconsin had, I think Dane County, the county that we're in here, or Matt and I, had the highest amount of cases on Thursday that they had since February in one day. So it's like, all right,
cool.
So we're not going to be, I'm not going to be able to go back to work anytime soon. We're going to be working from home for a while because people cannot stop themselves from going to a fucking bar.
And you know what's great? If everything shuts down again, the CARES Act extra unemployment benefits run out at the end of July. Yay!
Well, yeah, and it doesn't sound like that the administration is working very hard at getting that redone, even though I would say that a majority of economists and Republican and Democratic leadership think that that's the right thing to do, but they're just going to continue to argue about
there's a reason they call it the 1-2 punch. It's because it's the second punch that knocks you out. And we've had the one for the shutdown, and if we have to shut down again, that they are then punching the economy that is on a very weak footing. Yeah, like we have weakened the economy. If we punch it again while it's weak, it's gonna knock it the fuck out.
They're also like massaging unemployment numbers because it's becoming political because it's an election year. So like, I don't know. There's incentive in the administration to try and like just pretend that everything's fine until you can't pretend anymore.
Yeah, and you have insane people on Twitter that will remain nameless.
Yeah,
and I think everybody knows what we're talking
people
about.
That might have used to be on the podcast
saying dumb shit like
real_lands_man.
Fuck him for liking Billy Mitchell. Come on.
Some like dumb shit that's just like, oh, you can guarantee they're going to not have a vaccine until after November. And it's like, that's not how this is going to work.
Yeah.
Like if a company comes up
they're
with a
probably
vaccine,
not
they'll make
going
$1 bazillion. Yeah. And of course they're not going to, because vaccines take on average 5 years to make.
Yeah.
So doing it in 1.5 years, which is what they kind of projected is the fastest possible, is going to put us at hopefully next spring, because they had already gotten a bit of a jump start with this in December.
Yeah, this is so fucking nuts. Like,
I mean, I'm optimistic that hopefully with the way that they're the FDA is opening up trials to being able to do phase 2 and 3 at the same time for vaccines, that maybe we'll start having some vaccinations starting by the fall, but that's going to be really limited in scope, because they're not going to have enough. It'll take months and months to make the millions upon hundreds of millions of vials of vaccine for the U.S.
Well, so, and then, it'll be for the people that are the highest risk. Like it'll be you need like long-term testing to make sure that the vaccine's good, like that there's no harmful side effects. So it'll be going to the people that are like, if the vaccine has harmful side effects, it's still better than you getting the virus.
Exactly.
You also have to factor in the fact that it's a vaccine, therefore it causes autism, therefore like 70% of the fucking country won't get it anyway.
Oh, it's got to be mandatory.
I mean, it's interesting too that we talk about the politicization of people wearing masks and stuff, and it's so dumb. But even when you look at opinion polls, I mean, Fox News put out an opinion poll, and something like 89% of Democrats said that wearing masks should be mandatory, and I think 60% or 68% of Republicans even. So it is a really small core of loud, stupid individuals that are just that. Because I know my parents are pretty conservative. I know that they both said they didn't vote for Trump because they hated him, but they also didn't like Hillary. So I think, if I remember correctly, they both didn't vote for a presidential candidate.
Gary Johnson didn't win him over?
Yeah, I think Gary Johnson may have been who my dad voted for, but whatever. I can respect that decision. But if I don't agree with it. But but they're pretty conservative. They live out in there, but they're like, this is stupid. Wear a mask. What the hell, people?
Yeah.
Like, this is like a real thing. And like you said with the 1-2 punch, this is exactly what I think Dr. Fauci said, and this is exactly what a lot of economists said way back when. Is they said, if we don't do this lockdown and shutdown, what we're going to have is the virus is going to like slow down a bit, and then it's just going to come back even worse, and we'll be already weakened, and then we'll also be overrun with sick people. Like, we need to just take one big hit and then recover from it, like what Italy did, what France did, what Spain, like all these other countries in Europe that took that huge hit where they just locked everything down and then slowly started opening things back up. But the U.S. was like, nah, we leave it up to the states. And then you have companies like American Airlines talking about how they're going to limit get rid of all restrictions on their flights now. So they're going to run full flights now instead of doing like the every other row or something that they were running before. And so run Delta. People said Delta's still doing the restrictions, so you can choose if you want to fly Delta if you're going to go anywhere. But
cool.
Delta is like in every airline is like choosing what grit sandpaper to wipe your ass with. And Delta's like a good like 700 or 800 grit, whereas
it still sucks, but it's not as bad.
Right, like you get some airlines, you're getting like a 60 or an 80 grit, like you're really tearing that shit up.
I do like to fly Delta whenever I can, which is good. Well, at least when I fly for work, because here in Madison, the Delta is what there's a lot of Delta flights out of Madison because there's a Delta hub in Minneapolis. So.
We don't get Southwest flights in Springfield.
We don't have
but
here.
Southwest is actually fairly not like the 737s suck, but I feel like all 737 flights are just gonna suck because they're tiny airplanes.
Yeah.
And apparently they can just fucking like crash and kill you now with the latest version.
Just the new ones.
Nice.
The old ones are fine.
Yeah. So but I've only ever flown Southwest, and like they're pretty chill. They're like sit wherever you want, and like most of the time they're not full flights because they kind of run like weirder hop flights than like I don't think they would do a flight from like Atlanta to O'Hare in Chicago or anything like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I like flying Delta. The only problem is that like when I fly for work, I end up flying out to pretty small locations, so I end up having to fly in the tiny like regional jets, and I am a very large man. I'm 6'5", 350 pounds. It's a lot to get into those plane seats, especially now that they have even made them smaller. No problem getting in the seat. The leg situation now in regular coach is impossible on most planes. Some planes are fine, but in those regional jets, they're fucking tiny. And so I have to pay for the extra seats, which at least my work will cover. But did I fly first class on one of my flights? I can't remember. Oh, I almost did it because the upgrade was only $20. But I was already in the Coach Plus. So I was like, they always offer that like at the gate. They're like, we got open first class seats. And I'm like, oh, it's an hour and a half flight. I'm not paying for that.
Yeah.
But still, it would be fun. My parents got upgraded to first class once on like a hop flight. Just, I don't know, they had mileage or something. And so they said it was an hour flight between airports, like from like O'Hare to Madison. So they're like, it was a really nice hour because you get all that, like, you can stretch your legs all the way out. But
yeah.
God, I can't fucking
all that champagne and caviar.
I can't stand planes. I'm talking about this now. Planes is 100% classism.
Yes.
Like seating flights. So like coach is like your middle class because you need to be middle class to even afford to fly. Because the Greyhound bus is the lower class way of transporting. So middle class is coach. Upper middle class is coach plus. Although they've made it so much more affordable now because they expanded coach plus on like every flight. So it's like usually only $40 or $50 more a ticket, which is like good for someone like me who needs that leg room to actually fit in a seat. And so it's not like prohibitively more expensive, but it's annoying because they basically removed coach rows and squished them further together to add more of these seats basically in most of these planes. So it's like the upper middle class is pushing the middle class even further, is what's happening in planes. And then meanwhile, the fucking 1% planes are the first class flyers, and they just can afford two grand for a ticket, so it doesn't matter to them.
Yeah.
They just set up there.
Not only is it classism, it's government subsidized classism because
Yeah.
no, at least in America, I don't know other places, but no airliner is profitable on its own here. It's all government subsidized.
Yeah, they get a lot of money, especially now too with all the like terrible coronavirus ruining the economy especially for travel. All the planes are like getting bailouts and shit, and
Yeah.
just let them die. Let those companies die. That's my
Honestly,
house.
though, the European Union is like, we're fine. We just ban people from America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're banned
Because,
from
honestly,
Canada
it
too.
was almost back to the point where like their travel situation is almost just fine. And they're like, well, if we ban everyone from Russia and the United States, then we pretty much have a normal Eurocentric economy. And then all the people who left the EU recently are like, fuck.
God damn it! Did I just eat a salad that was recalled? I just got an email from Walmart grocery saying I'm gonna go look right now because I think that
You're gonna get E. coli. You're not gonna get COVID, but you're gonna get
Right.
E. coli.
I don't think I did because it says best if used by June 26th, and that
John?
was yesterday. So
This will be a perfect time for me to, since Spanky wasn't here, I'll prep my car saga, and by the time you get back,
okay,
I can get into
that's
the
true
new
because
stuff.
he talked a little bit about me before we started the podcast. So I just want to see if I actually am going to get what is this? Let me just read. What did they say? Precautionary measure: cyclospora, a microscopic parasite. That sounds bad. Let me just quick read what cyclospora is so I can freak out before I know if I'm going to be like
Yeah, that's
tiny parasite that can affect the intestinal tract and cause diarrhea.
Yeah, that's my life.
So this just seems like a Montezuma's revenge type thing. It isn't something that's going to cause terrible illness. Let me just read.
So you probably Googled cyclospora. I Googled cyclospora death, and I didn't get anything. So
It does not seem like it is something that is very bad for you, but it is something that will give you a bad time. So let's go find out how much bathroom time I'm going to be spending tomorrow when I have my my dad coming up for his birthday, and we're going to do a social distance cookout in my backyard.
person
Nice.
exposed to cyclospora, time to illness 2 to 14 days. Person
Oh,
becomes
okay.
ill.
I'll be fine tomorrow.
Okay.
It'll just be Monday.
So this graph, so the graph starts with a fork and a knife because it's like you get it from eating something, and that's the time to illness, 2 to 14 days. The next one is person becomes ill. The icon is a toilet. Time to healthcare, 9 to 19.
No. Here we go. Best if used by 7, 10, 20 or earlier with lot codes beginning with the letter Z and the number 178 or less. So maybe I do have it. So I'll have to find out.
So
Right.
you'll be on the toilet while we're gaming during days
Well,
off?
this is a precautionary recall.
Okay.
So I work in the food industry, and I know it may be that they were not that they
Tested.
weren't infected, but it could be that they missed some testing or they fucked up with something, and so they're doing a precautionary recall. So that what it means is there hasn't been any illness that has been reported due to it, but it is very possible that they found this. So like what happens is usually we'll do a precautionary recall because they'll have done a sanitation test afterwards or done like environmental pathogen monitoring and found this bug where that was packaged, and so precautionary, like, okay, we have to recall everything that was run on this before the last clean. So it may be in there, or it may just be something they found, but they do a precautionary recall. So I'm going to go find out. And why don't you tell your car story? And it looks like Spanky left, but you can fill in Matt, I guess.
Oh, okay. Well, I was
Previously on Born in the 80s.
Okay. Well, I was gonna get Spanky caught up, so I.
I can hear you.
Okay. Cool. Are you shitting?
I'm feeding my cat.
Okay. You should.
Are
be
you
shitting.
feeding your cat shit? Are you shitting in your cat's mouth?
Anyway, so Spanky, you at least heard a little bit on the Discord that last Saturday, a week ago today, I hit a deer with my car.
I'll answer for Spanky. Yes. Yes,
Cool.
I did read that.
So we saw pictures. My hood was dented. I went ahead and put in a police report because I wanted to have that backing with the insurance. I ended up finishing taking it to work, and then I drove drove back home. So to continue that saga, so I finished the John.
I got the
Yes?
salad mix.
Okay. Oh, you're looking it up. All right. So I just got the what happened on Saturday, which is what I talked about in last week's podcast.
All right, here we go.
Okay. I want to see. Are you positive, John?
Affected products.
Yep.
Best diffused by July 3rd, 2020. So best diffused by 7/10/20 or earlier. So yes.
Okay.
Lot code Z and the number 178 or less. I have Z171.
So yep, that's
You got it.
That's on recall.
So I got a good old recall. I just ate recalled salad. I got this email literally 13 minutes ago, and I ate this salad maybe 45 minutes to, like an hour before we started.
And what did
okay.
we learn,
Maybe
John?
2
We
hours
learned
ago.
never
Don't
eat
buy
salad.
Walmart
Don't
salad.
eat
Never eat
vegetables.
salad.
Yeah.
Is it the one we have?
Yes. We're not gonna die. No, it's cyclosporiasis. Cyclospora.
What's that?
It's
Makes
like
sense.
It's like a little poop tornado.
It's a pooping disease.
So like some sloppy mud pies.
That's correct. We're gonna ruin our toilets. Possibly. It's a precautionary recall, which means nobody has said that they've gotten sick from it, but it was a possible health risk. So we were just talking about how much we liked Walmart's grocery. And
All right. So what's new?
sunflower bacon chopped. Wait, is that what this is? Maybe I don't even have the right thing. This is sunflower bacon crunch. This says sunflower bacon chopped. Well, what's the UPC code? Let's see if it's the same. 6811314834. Yeah, I ate the poison salad.
Yay!
Me too.
This is how The Last of Us started, I think.
Hi, Lauren.
Here's cyclospora.
We're gonna have our big sloppy
Let's
mud
read
pie.
here. Let's read here. Treatment. All right. So trypomethoprim or sulfa.
Sulfa.
Just very antibiotics. Most people with healthy immune systems will recover without treatment. It may last for a few days to a month or longer. They seem to go away. Anti-diarrhea medicine will help reduce diarrhea.
So take the big
Let's
stuff.
hold on to that bag in case we end up getting sick, because then we can
Okay.
sue Walmart.
Yeah. Fuck you,
But it
Walton
does sound like it is
daughters.
very not
We're not gonna
strong.
die.
Our chat just said this is how The Last of Us started.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna become zombies. Is what happened with this.
Honestly, at this point, that's fine. Just-
Cyclospora ingesting something such as food are contaminated with feces. Oh, fun!
Ew! Come on.
It takes 1 to 2 weeks to become infectious. So it'll take a while before we start having our diarrhea.
Nothing we can do now that we ate it.
No, probably not.
Excuse me.
Just take some pig stuff. You're fine.
That's
I
true.
think
I guess
you
I could
have
email
to
my
you have to
doctor.
take a
Yeah.
bigger parasite to fight that parasite now, like a
But
tapeworm.
it also says there is. I mean, it's a disease that people just get over with. I don't think
Yep.
so.
Yeah, I specifically Googled cyclospora death and found no relevant
Spanky
results.
Googled death cyclospora and found 0 hits because I don't think it's like Montezuma's Revenge. I think it's one of those
So we
things.
won't die. We'll just have.
Try
We're gonna have
googling
bad-
cyclospora cancer.
Maybe.
I'm not gonna do that.
I don't play Montezuma. I don't play Montezuma's Revenge. I play Peggle.
Anyway,
I only
All
play
right.
Zuma.
Parasite right there.
That's the other one. I'm like, what the fuck is the other game besides Peggle and Montezuma?
I really wish they would have
Fucking
emailed
Zuma.
that like earlier today.
Like at like 2.
because it showed up my priority email, but it was 13 minutes ago.
Well, you should have noticed when there were poop nugs in your salad mix. All right.
All right.
Are we done with the salad now?
Okay, let's get back to my car.
I fucking
Alright.
ate recalled food.
You're just gonna have to ignore John. He's just gonna keep going like this for a little while.
Well, I might be parasitic now.
You've always been parasitic.
Haha.
You're just gonna live a week of the life I live, where my shits are weird. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah. Welcome to
Sometimes I have
IBS,
shit-
motherfucker.
Sometimes I have like shits that are hard, but the outside's creamy, and I feel like it's like
Ooh,
the Snickers bar
ooh.
of shit.
No. I had what looked like to be a peanut
This
butter
is the
chocolate
worst
swirl
episode
pebbles,
ever.
where there were soft and hard bits in pebble shapes, but it looked like swirled peanut butter in chocolate.
You
You
nuggets.
ever
to
take
drink
too
more
much
water.
Pepto-Bismol and you get
Okay.
these like jet black rabbit turds? No.
Yes.
If you're getting pebble
Yes.
shapes in your shit, you need to drink more water. That's a sign of you are not hydrated correctly.
Yeah, I guess this disease is. I'm just reading the CDC website, and I will get the final thing here.
Pebble shits are the most refreshing shits I
Stop
have.
talking about
No.
pebble shits.
No. Pebble
Psych-
shits are no.
Let me get the final parasite thing. You can talk
It's
about.
like
your poop.
Fuck. Fuck
it's like
that.
the rocket fuel that Nibbler shits out.
This says if a person's ill from cyclosporiosis is not treated, symptoms can persist for several weeks to a month or more. Some symptoms such as diarrhea can return, and some symptoms such as fatigue may continue.
I think
Infection is not life-threatening. Some infected
Fatigue?
persons
Oh
will
shit,
not
I think I
any
have
symptoms.
this.
I think my worst shit I ever took was a pebble shit. It was such a big shit, and it was completely dry pebble shit. It just tore into my asshole, like annihilated my bussy. But not only that, I had like terrible gas afterwards. So like right after I dropped the dump, I had a bloody fucking fart just sprayed all over the place. Worst shit of my entire life. It was body horror.
See, those are like pebble logs, though. I'm talking like individual pebbles. They're just bloop, 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 like you dropping little stones in the.
Unsatisfying. I like a shit.
DJ, you're
where-
not drinking enough water.
Yeah, I like it. I like a shit where it's like I drank enough. I drink a lot of water, but I also had like the beer shits, and I had like a whole bunch of brats, and then like the next day of shit, just like this one, whoa, and I just like blasted out. Like those are the best. It's like it's like immediately losing 2 pounds. Like
I'll have
like-
I'll have a pebble shit, and then
I do
2
not
hours
condone
later, I will have the lightest brown, just soft turd come out of me.
soft serve.
Yes. Soft turd.
I'm glad our Twitch listener left before all of this.
You
But you're
don't
the
know
one
that.
Talking about Montezuma's Revenge, your fucking traveler's.
I'm not
diarrhea.
giving specific, like fucking. You know what the worst is when you have the sandblast shit, where it just
Oh, it's been a
sprays the
while.
inside of the
Yeah.
bowl,
Yeah.
or it's just, like underneath the rim, and you're like, how the fuck did it get up there?
Oh,
And it
that's
like
right.
it won't come off just from flushing it, so you
Yeah.
gotta scrub
Oh.
the fucking toilet.
Exactly.
Did I tell you two and then Spanky now? Did I tell you guys that last week I actually had an anal leakage moment?
Oh no. No,
I had-
no.
I had spam and eggs in the morning, and like I'm just sitting. I had a fart, and I'm like, "How come my shorts are wet on the outside?"
A literal shart, kingdom shart.
Incontinence is not funny to me due to the fact that my entire apartment smells like cat piss at the moment.
I'm sorry.
I mean,
Hey, at least you're leaving it.
yeah, but I mean, it wasn't even that much leakage, but it was just a little bit, and I didn't even know it was there until like, ugh.
Yeah,
Anyway.
yeah.
Back to my car, talking about real shit.
Sorry, before we go, I took this is real quick. I took a
You're
break whenever John was gone to feed my cat, as I said, and he is indeed angry with me because he pissed next to his food bowl, which was currently filled with the food that he doesn't like.
Oh, fair
And
enough.
that is
yeah.
why I
Yeah.
got the wet cat food.
At least he's peeing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my just to talk about animals eating pills. My dog used to love her heartworm medication, which is just like a little chewy treat or whatever.
Yeah.
And now she won't eat it. She's like, it's like, nah, I don't want it. So, and I wonder if it's because one time when she didn't eat it because she wasn't feeling well, I took a slice of American cheese and wrapped it around it so she would eat it. And so now I think she's like, oh, if I ignore this, they're gonna
Yeah.
give me cheese.
You've ruined
if I
it.
do that. So I've
I've
ruined
been
it.
eating hamburgers and I love them, and then you give me one cheeseburger and I can't fucking go back to a hamburger, and all you're offering me now is a hamburger?
Matt, I don't know if you want to talk about grooming with the shit that's happening with different Twitch streamers.
What? Did I say grooming?
You said grooming.
I didn't.
I didn't hear that, but
Okay, good. It's
TJ
fine.
heard
No,
it.
I said you ruined her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, just like Dr. Disrespect groomed those girls.
Jesus. Allegedly. We
I'm
don't
just
know
going to
yet.
make that rumor up now. Like, because it'll be right. I'm going to be
Yeah,
right.
that I mean honestly
Like,
that probably
that's
is
what's
what
happening.
happened.
Boys too. I'm gonna put that out there.
Oh,
Anyway.
sure. I mean, equal opportunity molester.
Yep. And intersex and trans and
Yeah.
It's true.
And also
gender
like
fluid.
pet animals and stuff. Cats and dogs.
Oh my God! Can we
gerbils.
talk about Graham Linehan?
I already shoved a gerbil up
Oh,
his
yeah.
ass.
Yes, we can
So-
talk about Graham Linehan.
Oh my God, dude! The saga of Graham Linehan.
What I don't who or what is Graham Linehan?
Okay, have you seen? Did you want to turn it off and on again?
Have you seen the IT Crowd?
Yeah.
So the creator of some of my favorite British television shows, Father Ted, Black Books, IT Crowd, really funny stuff.
Mhm.
He's been on Twitter.
At
He's
Glinner.
been on Twitter as Glinner and extremely anti-trans on Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
So he was anti. Oh my God, I gotta find this.
Father Ted is an anagram for hated turf, if you were wondering.
Oh. Nice.
No, oh my God, I gotta find the fucking Mumsnet thing.
Yeah, where the fuck is that? Did you post it?
Did I? No, I maybe I liked it on Twitter so I can find it because
Okay, yep, I know
so
I did.
he was banned from Twitter this week for something he said. I got to go on my profile to see this, so I got to open
Okay.
my profile because I think I liked the tweet where somebody talked about how his. Yeah, okay, Mums and I found it. Shot fucking chaser. So Graham Linehan was basically saying he's a feminist. Like he's exactly what fucking J.K. Rowling is doing, where she's
Yeah.
talking about, I stand for real women, like feminism, whatever. He's like, what? And so he got banned from Twitter for just saying some dumb shit. And I think I've talked about it before because I've done some Mumsnet Madness Reddit posts. So there is a online chat forum in the UK that's pretty popular called Mumsnet, which is like a parents just chat website or like a forum basically where parents can talk.
Mostly, I think
so-
feminist parents too.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
So Graham Linehan has posted in their feminism chat saying Twitter has suspended me. I'm really sorry to barge in on you mums and ers with my problems, but I've been finally suspended from Twitter, and I have a feeling they're either going to ban me or just take my verified tick. I've submitted an appeal with Twitter and the Better Business Bureau, but I thought I'd post on here or two so people know what's going on. Recently, I've been locked out of my account and forced to delete tweets. Basically, the latest tactic by trans red activists is to run a search for any time I've used the word groomer, because he was saying that like trans people were grooming young people or something, as a phrase Twitter recently decided was not allowed. This is not a violation of Twitter TOS at the time. So he's basically saying I used it in the past and I stopped using it recently, but they found old tweets basically and got me banned. The first reply is, sorry, who are you and why should I care that you've been banned from Twitter? You seem to be a man by all looks of it, so why are you posting in the feminism forum? This is a female space. His first thing, which is great. Now, there was more to this, if I remember correctly. Oh my god. I must not have liked it on Twitter. Fuck, I hate it. I hate like following stuff on Twitter because basically I have to like tweets so that I can like keep. Oh, hi, my cat just barged into the room.
I mean, you could bookmark them too, but
yeah, but like nobody does that. I just like them. Damn it! All right. Anyway, I hope I gotta go. Mumsnet dick pics.
oh,
Uh.
Wait, what?
God damn.
Twitter search function sucks.
It does. Yes, exactly.
Yeah. If I ever need to
I-
find something on Twitter, I just Google it.
Bye, Mike.
Oh yeah. Okay. Here we go. This is on Reset Era, which is a better form. God damn it. Mumsnet. I want to get the actual tweets. I wish I would have kept it because the saga has gone even further because I guess he was sending unsolicited dick pics to people on Mumsnet.
Oh,
Oh,
whoa.
lovely.
Oh, and he was talking about how he apologized. Oh my god, the tweet. The suspension is permanent, which is good. So he's off, and he can.
Okay, so as an asexual person, maybe I don't get this, but like, I don't understand the unsolicited dick pic thing. Like, I get the joke about it. Like, I sent you a picture of my penis. Please respond. But like, is that a thing that people like think is going to work for them?
As a
Oh, here we go.
sexual person, I also do not get it.
Yeah,
So as an asexual and as asexual.
As
I don't get it.
Yeah.
I do not get it either. So here we go. I don't know if anybody else on here has received unsolicited nudes from Glinner in the past few weeks, but I have. He apologized before I had an opportunity to post about it, blaming, quote, loneliness and vermouth. And regrettably, I gave him the benefit of the doubt. I now know for a fact that several other women have received pictures of his scabby little cock. Usually followed up with a half apology and crap excuse. What was your game here, Graham? Was this it all along? Rotten little man. Glenner responded, regarding the nudes, ... I thought
you never want to have to start a sentence like that.
I thought I'd try and address this now before it blows up. Yes, I did send pictures of myself to women on here, and yes, I am disgusted with myself. I was drunk. I felt lonely, and you're the only people who seem to stick up for me. I know it's no excuse to what I did was wrong, but I trust that we can all move past this and continue fighting on what's right for women.
The fucking cognitive dissonance of sending dick pics to the feminism group. Like,
That's a shot chaser right there.
I know, and there's more because obviously there's like 190 responses to this, and he responded, I don't quite understand how a few drunken mistakes made during the time of personal crisis undermines my support for women when I've sacrificed so much for your cause. Yes, I got my Twitter deleted because I was anti-trans. At least I could expect from you all is a little understanding. I'm generally quite crushed some of the hurtful comments. I thought we were above personal insults. Ciao, I guess. God. So
you
glad.
see, he's the real victim in all of this. Well, that's what you don't see. Jesus Christ.
It's almost like people that you thought you knew became complete assholes recently.
Yeah.
Recently?
In the last 2 or 3 years.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, and in our case, it was people that were like the fun kind of asshole kind of turned into the terrible kind of asshole.
Yeah, it was like, oh yeah, you're kind of a dick to people, and that's funny because you're a bastard. But now it's like, oh, you just are a bad person.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. it wasn't like a tongue in cheek thing. You actually are bad.
Yeah.
So
you know what really grinds my gears?
what?
God damn it.
Apparently, what did I say? You know what really grinds my gears? Apparently, women and minorities.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is what it turned out to be all along.
Join our Discord for more context to that whole thing.
Well, most of it's in a private channel because I don't
it?
want to put people on blast entirely publicly and have a thing. But
Yeah.
some of it.
We were talking about, okay, here's a story in 3 acts.
Yeah.
Act 1, me and John talk about Walmart grocery delivery. Act 2, John bought a salad that gave him butthole diarrhea.
But diarrhea salad. Walmart's chopped bacon sunflower crunch salad.
Act 3, at least 2 dead, 4 injured in shooting in a Walmart in Red Bluff, California.
Oh, that's worse than.
I wonder if they're a listener. That fucking person that was in our chat that had to go.
Jesus Christ.
I gotta go shoot a Walmart.
Christ.
John poison salad.
We do not
Maybe that'll
endorse
be
these actions.
No.
John was probably going to have diarrhea anyway because he was going to
Well,
make
guess
some
what?
weird ass Taco
It'll be a
Bell
week
shit.
from now, and I'll tell you how terrible my butt diarrhea is. Well, the nice thing is that A, I have the evidence. B, it's treatable. So if I do actually have problems, I can go to the doctor and say I know exactly what I have.
So is this like is there like a category of pornography that's like bussy squirting?
Oh yeah, I think it's the Germans
most
are into
likely.
that. They love the Shiza stuff.
I don't know anything about porn. I'm sorry. And just general inquiry.
You can look it up.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know what's a really weird porn that I saw? There was a Japanese one where a lady had live fish in her not bussy, and then she plopped them out.
Her
into a fish
girl
tank,
bussy.
and they were still.
I think
swimming
is what they
around.
call it.
No, bussy is gender neutral.
Oh, okay.
Or there was another one where they put eggs
Stop.
in a woman's
Stop.
bussy,
No,
and
no,
it was scrambled, and then
Stop.
they
I
were
tell you,
eaten.
guys, the very first time I ever tried to look at porn, whenever I was like 13 or whatever, I literally just Googled the word porn. Like,
Yeah.
I think
You know what?
every-
I did the same thing.
I think everybody did that at one point.
Yahoo.
Yeah, it was. It was. Not
Yeah, it
Google
wasn't
for-
Google back then.
Probably Yahoo.
It must have been
Alta
Yahoo.
Vista,
I
maybe
asked
a little bit.
Jeeves.
What is Dear Jeeves?
Yo,
Where
Jeeves,
does
show me some titties?
show me your boobs, Jeeves?
I think I may have posted boobs, maybe. But anyway, regardless of that,
Netscape Navigator search.
yeah, no, my rotten life is thanks to Something Awful and their old column. I don't know if they still run, called "The Horrors of Porn," which is all just like terrible, horrific pornos.
I was more into
Like
their
clown
Photoshop
stuff.
Fridays stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do lots of fun stuff, but
Where
like,
they
the Horrors
Photoshop
of
porn.
is always fun.
Oh,
Oh yeah, Those are
we
good.
should do an episode where we go through the awful arcade machines because those were fucking awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I
maybe
don't know
that'll
what
be
that is, but I'm down.
We should do a video only episode for that
Okay.
Okay.
because it won't
Patrons
work
only.
audio. Yeah,
Fans
One per-
only.
One patron that we have on Patreon.
Only-
Thank you.
only fan.
Is it Matt?
I don't know. Maybe.
You're probably still the only patron on our Patreon. but
Probably. Because
We have
we
a
never
dollar a month.
plug it anymore. So
That's true. Well, once we lost
anyway,
all
that's
our
the story of what happened to TJ's car.
I mean, we are a podcast that just spent a solid like 15 minutes talking about either our own shits or like other people's shits or bussy shits.
I ate
And-
diarrhea salad. That's why we talked about
Yeah.
it.
Look, Spanky,
I have the
there's an
evidence.
audience for everything. We just have to find it. I think
but
we can,
that
if we
joke I
search
had-
shit forums, I think we can find some people that are really into what we laid down this episode.
You know what they say? They say free from synthetic colors, artificial preservatives, artificial flavors, but not free from cyclospora
Yeah,
parasites.
it doesn't say anything about dust. Wait, is diarrhea on the ingredients list? Did you forget to check that?
Oh, I should check. Maybe they got me.
That
Doesn't see
talking
it. I
about my
don't see it.
that talking about my shit joke that I had on Twitter, that was based in some fact because I think I probably could do a 73 tweet thread on the shits I had that week.
Yeah. It's also just a good metaphor for everybody's terrible Twitter opinions.
Oh, fair enough. I didn't think of it. I'm not that deep.
Anyway.
what was that?
What do you
deep?
guys
My
think
shits.
about Avatar: The Last Airbender?
No,
We're not
we gotta
there
get to TJ's car.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh God, were we still talking about TJ's car?
Yeah.
I
we
barely
are.
got into it. I'm just
Oh.
like I hit a deer. That's all you know right
And
now.
when you did hit the deer, did it evacuate its bowels?
Oh my God,
Uh,
guys! Mixer shut
no, I
down.
think it survived.
We gotta talk about
That
that.
would be deer-area.
I just got my stream key from Mixer.
It's over.
Well, you can see TJ on
Oh, fuck.
Facebook Live
No, I'm not going to Facebook.
or Facebook
favorite
Gaming or
Facebook
whatever.
Live.
My favorite part about Mixer is that they paid Ninja. They had to pay out the rest of his contract, so he got $30 million for 1 year of streaming.
Not
Yep.
even.
Less than 1 year because he started in August.
Yep.
And Shroud too. Shroud got a bunch of money
Not
too.
30 million though, but
No.
like he probably got tens of millions. Like so,
Yeah, I think it was 10 million.
oh my God,
Yeah,
like Jesus Christ! If I don't know, maybe that's just me, but like if I got $30 million for that, I would retire.
I
Like,
literally
I'd be like-
wouldn't know what to do with that much money.
I would just retire. I would be like,
I'd-
I'm done. I will
pay off-
do stuff like this podcast for fun, but I'm no longer going to work every day.
I will pay off my student loans, put the rest
Yeah.
in a trust, and use that just to survive.
I was
If I
about to
don't-
say, pay off all my debts and then throw it in a trust.
At that
Yeah.
point, you could put the money in just like a standard savings account and live off the interest.
Yeah, but the trust gives you better interest.
I know. Yeah, I know. It would be a really dumb thing to do, but that's so much money that you could literally do the dumbest thing. Well, the dumbest thing would be spending it all, but
Yeah.
I think that the interest on a trust is taxed differently than a savings account too.
mhm.
True. All right.
So how's your car?
So this is a day-by-day thing. So we'll talk about Saturday. Saturday, hit the deer. Fucked up my car's hood. Pictures in the Discord. Listeners already know it. Spanky knows it. So moving on. Tuesday is... Since I called my insurance on Monday, and they're like, hey, bring your car to... Here's a couple places, which are all fucking far away. Escanaba is 45 minutes. Iron Mountain 60 minutes. I'm like, fuck Escanaba. It's close.
Final 30 million. I did the math.
Yeah.
I did a trust calculator, an interest rate of 0.25, which is pretty high, but I'm sure for that large of an amount, you could get that. It will only let me go up to 10 million, but 10 million 1 year of interest return would be $25,000.
Yeah.
So simple math, 80 grand probably.
Yeah.
Or more a year off that. So
Yeah.
more than I make in a year, you would just earn off just the interest. So you could retire.
Yep.
No, he could just do like Rob Gronkowski did and just do commercials. And like,
yeah. Oh yeah, no,
literally-
he's famous, so he could just do commercials and stream whatever the fuck he wants. You know, maybe do it once a week or something, but he doesn't have to do the daily shit anymore. You can cash out. Anyway, sorry, your car broke down. You hit a deer. It shit all over the windshield.
Yeah. You shit while you hit the deer.
Yes.
Yep, you had a wet
I know
shark.
I did. All right, Monday, call the insurance. Fucking closest shop is 45 minutes away. Well, it's fine. That's where my brother lives. Cool. And they're like, oh, you have rental reimbursement. I'm like, oh, fuck yeah. Give me a rental. Like, where can I do that? Okay. Well, the places are Escanaba at this tiny place at the
airport,
small airport, like tiny Delta County airport, or go the other direction, an hour 15 minutes, and go to Green Bay. Like, cool. Escanaba, at least they're both in the same city. Like, here's your thing to register your rental car, and then just bring your car in tomorrow. Like, cool. When's the rental place open? It opens. It's open from 3 p.m. till 6 p.m.
Of course.
Okay, so I have this online thing to register my rent-a-car, and it's like, oh, I could set up a pickup location where they'll come pick me up because it's Enterprise. We'll pick you up.
Yeah.
Not at this location. They only have one staff member, so if they pick me up, there's no one there.
They had to close it down.
So I got a phone call at 11 in the morning the day I'm going to be bringing my car up, which is actually noon their time because Escanaba is right past the time zone line. So I'm dealing with time zones while I'm dealing with this shit. And like, I can't like pick you up. Like, can you get a ride there? I'm like, yeah, my brother's there. So my brother, I went to dropped my car off. My brother took me to the rental car place, and I got a nice fucking car. Even at the limit of the $40 per day. Oh, I want that car. I think it was like I got a 2018 Nissan something, but it was like push button start. I never had to take the key out of my pocket, even to unlock and lock the doors. I just had to be close and push the button on the doorknob.
I would assume it was a Sentra.
Probably.
It was 40 a day because that's their lower, like their entry level car.
It's the on the website. I got to pick which tier, and it was the 4th tier up from the bottom.
Yeah, but even then,
it's
like
still
the bottom tier is like a fucking rickshaw.
Yes, exactly. Compact, whatever. But it
could have been an Altima as well.
That's my favorite thing. It's not this way anymore, but when I worked in insurance for like 6 months, I got to talk to a lot of people who did rental cars, and everyone said that I talked in rental cars are like they called their lowest tier car their Grand Am because in the mid 2000s, Grand Am, like Pontiac Grand Ams, like especially around the time that Pontiac was getting shut down, they made 1 bajillion Grand Dams, expecting that to be everyone's car, and nobody fucking wanted them. So like every rental place had like 50 Grand Dams. So of course no rental places will do a Grand Dam anymore because they're so old. But they still call like their cheapest car their Grand Dam.
Nice.
Yep. So I got my rental car, and what do I do the first day I have my rental car?
Wreck it.
No,
Crash it into a deer.
almost did that a couple days later.
But you're in fucking deer country.
Yes, but I same day fucking drove it all the way down to Illinois.
Nice.
Because I had to take care of some child who didn't want to be home alone for a couple days.
Mhm.
So
So you just buy, what is it? Put up a Michael Jordan standee on a train and like sing
Wait.
"Rocking Around the Christmas
Yeah.
Tree."
And a
this is
mannequin.
2020, John. You put it on a Roomba, not a train.
That's
Yeah.
true. On a Roomba.
Um,
Rocking
I
around.
usually just tape knives to my Roomba.
So I visited Illinois. The next day, we're only at Wednesday at this point. Wednesday, I went to get my driver's license renewed. The one place I'm like, oh fuck, the line is out the building to the end of the building and starting to head back. I know that there's another one, other side of town. Oh, that one doesn't exist anymore, even though I drove there. So I get back, and now the line is out the building, to the end of the building, to the back of the building, around the back of the building, down the fence line, and almost up to the parking lot again.
Yeah. Well,
Cool.
luckily DMVs are notoriously efficient and quick.
The lines went actually decently quick because everyone was social distancing about 6 feet apart for the most part. And inside, same thing. I spent more time inside waiting than I spent outside waiting. Outside, I think I waited for 45 minutes, during which I was helping my daughter with her homework, and got the phone call from the insurance adjuster.
Oh, okay.
Inside, I waited for an hour. So that phone call I got from the insurance adjuster says, hey, it sounds like this is going to be a total loss, and
Yep.
here's what your payout's going to be. And they mentioned it's going to be, after deductible, about $4,300. Like, okay. Well, the guy's like, well, even though I'm the regular adjuster, I have to send it to this part of our claims department, and they'll be assisting you later. Like, cool. I got a phone
Total
call.
loss department.
Yep. I got a phone call from her that evening, which went through the process, and I asked her, what does that mean in terms of my rental car? How much longer do I get to keep that? Like, oh, it's 3 days after the day we tell you the value. Today's Wednesday. You have to have your rental car back on Saturday.
Oh, wow.
Which is today,
Cool.
the day we're recording.
Now I want to clarify, and this is me fucking my bullshit.
What insurance do you have, by the way?
You can keep your car
Progressive.
for longer than you need. They just stop giving you the $40 a day.
I know. I get that.
Sorry, this is literally reflex from when I was working in claims.
Oh, I know. I know I can keep it, and they mentioned that. I'm not going to pay the additional. I can't. No,
That's
not
a
right
lot,
now.
especially if you're not going to use the car every day.
Yeah. So anyway, so I know I gotta get the rental car back on Saturday. Also, I still had a shit ton of stuff in my car,
Mhm.
like a
Yeah.
6-pack of Mountain Dew, my back brace.
Probably like 6 or 8 different game systems.
No, I did have a DDR pad in there though, as well as apparently my copy of Diablo 3 for PS4 was in there.
All
Oh,
right.
nice.
Yeah. And that I had a car seat warmer, not like a kid's car seat, but like one you put down, you plug into your cigarette lighter adapter, and it warms up your car seat in the winter. Like my scrapers, I had a shit ton of stuff. So on the way back from Illinois, which I drove back Friday morning, I stopped at a Target. I'm like, fuck, I don't have a mask, but I do have a clean T-shirt in my stuff I brought down. So I fucking wore my Injustice
Yeah.
T-shirt across my face. I looked at the app. I'm like, okay, this is the aisle I'm going to. I bought 2 bins. I went to the self-checkout, scanned them, scanned my Target wallet, left the store, continued driving all the way back up here, the 4.5 hours, and then drove another 45 minutes to get to my car to unload it. Because they did ask when I'm ready to release the car. I'm like, I gotta wait till after Friday because I need to clean it out, and that's the first day I can do it. I filled both bins, and I'm like, oh, I also have 2 bags of stuff that my wife told me to donate that I haven't donated yet.
My wife.
So, my wife. So I cleaned all that out. I shed a tear because I'm like, I'm gonna miss my car.
That you
as
just paid off.
Yes, that
Yeah.
I just paid off. Which, while I was down in Illinois, I signed the title in the right spots and put my initials there,
Yeah.
so my wife can finish the rest of it out. Because they overnighted us to the paperwork, but it didn't come the next day like they said it was going to. So I had to leave before it got there.
Mhm.
So clean up my car. Then I talked to my brother just to get advice about getting a car. I looked at a couple websites, look at some used cars. I'm really shooting for $3,000 for a car because I just want something.
Yeah.
Also, Progressive says they're going to cover my tax, title, and license on the one I purchased.
Oh, nice.
That's nice.
Yeah,
That's,
I think
that's a good savings.
I think as part of being a replacement vehicle. So cool. And then when I was halfway back from Escanaba that trip, well, just down here to Stevenson, I'm like, fuck, I forgot the garage door opener in the car.
Oh no.
And I just handed back my keys. They're not open the next day. I know the tow truck company is going to be coming to pick this up for the salvage lot, because I got a phone call on the way back from Illinois where they're like, hey, we checked with name of the body shop, and they said they don't have a 2009 Hyundai Elantra there. I'm like, well, when they called me, it was a local number for the Chicagoland area. And considering that's where our address was, that's where our car was registered to, that's where my phone number is, they probably checked that area. So my first thought right off the bat in the car, I'm like, did you check the name of the auto body place in Escanaba, Michigan? That's where my car is. They're like, oh, let me take a look. Oh, that's a different number than we have. Cool, I'll go ahead and call them. And I didn't hear back from them after that. Well, even though, as I was cleaning up the car, I told myself, okay, I'm going to lock my car with the thing and then hand in my keys so they can have it. I'm also like, I think I forgot to lock the car. So I went back up to Escanaba this morning. My car was still there. It was unlocked. And I was able to get the garage door opener back.
Nice.
So,
Jeez.
and then I was there for a while. I visited my brother who...
you weren't there, neither of you, when Lance and Adam and I and Mercury... Or it wasn't Adam, but Lance, Mercury, and I went to... When he sold his car, or when she sold her car, we drove out and stole the plates off of it.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
she-
I forgot that
because she had
happened.
left the plates
Because
on
she
it.
didn't take the plates off, and then it's like,
For some reason.
If that
And she
car
was
is, like, in a
they'll take
crime,
them off
you're
and they get new
fucked.
plates. And I'm like, there is no way this person you sold it to is going to take these license plates off the car and get new ones, because probably they're a drug dealer.
Yeah.
Because of the story she told us about selling that car. And so we, in the middle of the night, snuck off and like screwdriver and took them off in their driveway and like fucking drove away. Oh my god. Also, I just want to say, Mercury, do not ever get a ride from her.
Okay. Okay.
The driving is
It-
the second thing
fucking-
on her mind when you're in the car with her.
Yeah,
It is talking to you that is the number one thing. And it's scary sometimes. But anyway.
I didn't have my tools with me, so I didn't get the license plates. I didn't get it the second time I was there either.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Don't-
That's
I don't give a fuck.
done for you at salvage. They're gonna just toss it.
Yeah, they'll
So-
just crush it into a cube.
While I was in Escanaba, I actually went to a dealership.
Mhm.
There was a car that they showed me 4 cars, and
Mhm.
I was really liking this Ford Fusion, because A, it was 4 doors, B, it was cloth seats, C, it had an audio jack in it, but also an upgraded Pioneer stereo with screen and everything and Bluetooth
Yeah, sure.
and shit. It had like 127,000 miles, which isn't bad for a 2006. Yeah, it's basically a junker. I don't give a fuck. It ran. They said it was $4,000. I found out that on the internet it's posted at $5,000. And they offered it to me for $3,000 plus tax, title, and license.
Nice.
So I'm like, fuck, I'll go ahead and take it. Let's see if we can finance. I'll put $500 down, and then when I finance, so I can just pay the rest.
I just want to put a
Yep.
point out about used cars. Right now is an amazing time to buy used cars because of the coronavirus. Nobody's buying cars because nobody's driving.
Yeah.
So used car prices are super low. So I'm sure they saw you coming and are like, just fucking, we're going to take like only a couple, $500, $600 gain on this thing. If we sell it to them for $3,000, let's just make some fucking money today. So you wanted to get it, you wanted to see if you could get a good deal on getting it what is it, a car loan for it.
Well, I didn't care because I'm going to get the disbursement after we send the paperwork in.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to pay it all off right away.
Yeah.
But I wanted to see if I could get it right away because I had to bring the rental car back.
Yeah.
You don't
You
want
don't want to keep paying that.
Yeah.
Exactly. The only reason I wanted to finance is so I could have the car that day.
And you could just not have to get a ride down there later and pick up a car.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And my credit's fucked, like completely fucked, because of some student loans, because of some other shit. But whatever, I won't get into it. But regardless, they tried 3 times there, and I called my bank and tried it, and I was not able to get financed for $2,800.
Really? They wouldn't even let you do it with like some super high interest rate?
I was not able to get financed for $2,800.
Wait, TJ, do you not have a credit card?
I do.
You didn't just put it on your card?
I don't have enough for that.
Oh, you don't have your limit isn't that high?
No.
That's crazy.
Mine's
I would
not
just
either.
assume. My limit's 15,000. But
I have one that's 5,000 and one that's 7,000.
My limit's
What?
1,000 because if I put it any higher than that, I will max it out and be completely fucked.
My PayPal card is $700. My regular credit card is $300. I have a Walmart card that's like $300. No, that one's $700 as well. $710. Most of my credit is on a way too high retail credit card that I really should pay off because it's fucking $2,100.
I put all the fucking vet stuff from my the last couple of weeks on a credit card.
Yeah. So
I like having a credit limit that high. I was just saying because like you could just put it all on that and then just pay it off before the month is over, which is what I would do.
It's fine. My stepdad is off work all next week because his factory.
I just assumed that they would just be predatory and be like, oh yeah, we'll give this guy a huge amount of that and it'll cost that much. I guess it's because they don't even trust you enough to pay it off.
They still have to go through the financing and whatnot. They still have to go through the regular.
I want to see what the limit is because it just got raised.
But anyway,
apply for one.
So I wasn't able to get a loan to get that Ford Fusion. They did let me put a deposit down.
I was wrong. It's 13,000.
I
don't ask for these increases; they just give them to me.
Yeah.
Like
So
I
did
rarely ever have more than $3,000 on there at a time that I pay off every.
I did put a $500 deposit down to hold it, but they didn't process my card yet. They're going to do that on Monday, so I have 72 hours from that to pick it up. And if I don't pick it up, they will refund it. So hopefully I can get my paperwork done first thing Monday morning because I'll have to do a conference call with my wife and the insurance company.
My wife and the insurance company.
Insurance company.
My wife and the insurance company.
Oh yeah. And we'll go from there. So hopefully, I'm hoping by Wednesday I will have a. Now,
New
what am I?
car. The nice thing, TJ, fully paid off.
Yes. So I can hit another deer.
Don't get a Ford, but you're getting a Ford. It's fine.
I mean, there were some other ones
I have a
there.
Ford as well that I hate.
Yeah.
Is it a
I
Ford
wanna get
Fusion
a
a
new car.
hybrid, or it just sounds like one? Because
It just sounds like
Did
a
you
hybrid.
know that
They have a hybrid version, but it's
Yeah.
not the one you're getting.
Did you know what the? Do you want to know what the highest rated sedan is in the world? Like for least problems.
Is it a
I forget
Honda
what
Civic?
Civic called it.
Is it
It is
the
a
Subaru?
Dodge. It's a Dodge. It is the first time in I believe the article said the first time since JD Power and Associates started measuring the amount of complaints that a Detroit company has ever got the top spot.
Nice.
They never do.
And do you want to know who is in fucking dead last?
Ford.
Tesla.
Oh, yeah.
They have a lot of problems. Let me be right back. Continue your
So-
story.
Yeah, not least of which is their CEO.
Yeah. So at the end of the day,
CEO Dunning-Kruger.
I did test drive that car, and it's what I expect out of a $3,000 car. First of all, it has the same little quirk that my first vehicle had. So John, I'm talking about my test drive now. Oh, there we go.
You want to know? Because I got.
God, John, you
Consumer
are
Reports-
a fucking homeowner.
Yeah, you are.
Dude, I was talking to my friend, my coworker, who's also my age, and we always make fun of this one boomer coworker we have who like subscribes to baseball magazines for baseball seasons so he can plan his fantasy baseball and shit.
Ooh.
It's like John
Well-
is slowly turning into my boomer coworker.
Well, TJ, I got some good news and some bad news for you.
Yep.
So the Ford Fusion, you see on that, the one that's mostly greens, that's the Ford
Okay.
Fusion. So out of all the Ford models, that seems to be good. This goes back to 2012, so I don't
Okay.
know.
Not gonna help the 06.
But what I'm going
All right.
to say is, at least looks like looking at their line of cars, the Ford Fusion seems to be their best
Yep.
car in terms of reliability. So
So-
that's good.
So I took a test drive,
Fusion the
and-
Mustang now.
and I noticed some quirks, and it's kind of
What
what
are
I
the
expect
quirks?
So it's what I expect out of a $3,000 vehicle.
Yes.
First of all, gas pedal, you kind of need a lead foot. So
Nice.
so you need to put some weight on it, like I used to with the old Suburban.
Well, that'll
Remember
prevent
the
you from
Suburban?
getting speeding tickets.
I do remember the Suburban. Was the Suburban the one that was always leaking? You
Oh,
had to
yeah.
keep putting fuel or stuff in?
No,
Oh,
that was my
oh.
cat.
Yeah.
No, what was your? No, but I remember TJ. You had a car where you were
Buick.
always buying. Was it the coolant fluid?
Wasn't that the Buick station wagon?
Possibly.
That was the Buick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Turns out on that it was the actual coolant line to the radiator wasn't connected, and that's why it overheated on the highway.
So you were filling it up, and it was just pouring out before it got
Yep.
there.
100%.
That happened to my car, where I thought that my car was totaled because smoke started coming out from under the hood, and then when I was on the fucking belt line during rush hour, it was awful. But I got to an exit, and smoke was coming out from the hood, and I just saw the like heat of the engine thing just popping up, and I was like, "Oh fuck, something broke."
Yeah.
That's
So
the
we
same
pulled-
thing that happened to me.
So we
My
pulled
old car
over.
was like that too. It had some kind of oil leak. Like I think
Yeah,
it,
so I was
it
like,
was
oh.
actually in the engine block had like tiny cracks in it or something.
Yeah.
Something that couldn't be fixed. So
I
I,
know, I
just
was so
constantly
lucky.
dump oil in it.
Yeah, so my car constantly leaks oil, and it smells like burning oil whenever you're in it, which is one reason why I hate it. But it still runs, so I'm not going to get a new car until it actually dies. But so I opened the hood up, and it's just like fucking lick fluid everywhere in there. I was like, oh god, it exploded. But then I looked at it, and I was like, is this oil? Like, because it was like clear, but then I was like that, and so we got it. And it turned out just the radiator hose popped off.
Oh,
And so they
Easy
just
fix.
reattached the hose. Easy fix. It was like $100.
there you
And
go.
I was like, awesome. My car works. I was like, I thought for sure it was fucking totaled. I had the engine cracked or something, and
Yeah.
it just sprayed hot oil all over.
And then the only other bit that it's what I expect from a $3,000 car is it shakes when it idles. Oh well.
Yeah, that's my car. Actually, my car used to be that, and then I was stupid and spent a bunch of money on getting it fixed, so it doesn't do that anymore. It still shakes a little bit when it idle, but it used to like rattle, like you could hear like the plastic just shaking
Okay.
Yeah.
around. That is
that like a
not-
timing thing?
No, it could be. It could be a timing. It could be an ignition thing. But in my case, it was the engine mount.
Okay,
So
yeah.
there's 2 or 3 engine mounts where it mounts onto the frame, and a couple of them will be normal. But then there'll be one that's like a vibration dampening one. That one was just old and shitty, and so they
Okay.
replaced that. But that was like $800. I paid for that, and I
Yeah.
was like, but now my car is starting to rust through, and the wheel wells because it's a Ford and they're pieces of shit.
Mhm.
But it's starting to rust through in the wheel wells, and there's no easy, cheap fix for that because they just basically have to replace the body of the car in that section. So I'm just gonna keep riding it till it dies. You can see inside the car from the wheel well now, but it's cool.
Yeah, but in terms of actually getting a car to finance, I don't want to do that until I have a legitimate job.
Oh yeah, of course.
And,
No, this is a ride it till it dies.
Yep.
Save, keep saving money away for the eventual real car that you're gonna get.
Yep. I mean, because I'm starting to get legit shifts now from GameStop, so
That's good.
So I'll be picking up at least a little bit of money here and there
That's
going
good.
forward. Starting
Frankie's
not
cat
next week.
probably exploded, so he had to walk
Probably.
away. I'm assuming.
Yeah. So not next week, but the week after. So it's
Are you going to be free to game with me next week when I get my time off?
Yeah.
We're gonna do.
Yeah, you'll have to be on the
Yes.
Switch because John will be stuck to the toilet.
Oh, yeah, we can do that too. Yeah.
I can move my laptop into the bathroom and we can play some
Yeah.
Clone Hero.
Speaking of playing in the bathroom, you guys probably talked about it last week, but I bought Matt a Switch.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes.
I said speaking of
Thank
playing
you,
in the
Daddy.
bathroom, thank you. I thought you were asexual.
He's,
Oh!
he's already given me like half the money for it though, so like I've only given him half a Switch so far.
Yeah.
You sent one controller and the screen, but not the other controller. Factor complete. And not the dock.
And I've been playing that new Zelda game, Breath of the Wilds,
Link to the Past.
No,
I got these from TJ
I've been
too.
playing Breath of the Wild. It's a lot of it's
Yep.
a very pretty game. I think it'll do well. I think it'll be pretty popular.
You say that, and I didn't finish it. Like,
Oh, really?
I've beaten it twice.
well,
I have
have
also
beaten the
not
game
finished
twice.
it. I've gotten to the end, but I haven't actually finished it.
I have like
beaten it
an
twice,
allergy
and
to reading things in video games, so I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. I'm just like
I
running
feel
around
like Breath of the
finding
Wild's
shrines.
okay with that though.
Yeah.
yeah.
God, that's such a good game.
I
So I
spent
beat it twice, and like my thing about beating it twice is that I think that after the second time I would just like I don't need to beat this anymore. I'm asexual. It's not gonna do anything. But the game Breath of the Wild. So I think I have
took me
150
a while.
hours or like 160 hours in the game from beating it twice, and
I thought
I
you were
have
asexual.
I have surpassed that in Animal Crossing. I haven't played Animal Crossing in like a week, so I know all my villagers gonna be like, "Fuck you, we all hate you now."
You'll log
missed
in
the
and it'll
bug
just be
fest.
they'll be wearing like loincloths and have heads on pikes and blood and fire everywhere.
But like,
Thank you.
I
Today was
looked
the
at,
bug off.
oh
Missed
no.
it. Yeah, it's the bug
Well,
catching.
I was too fucking busy. But I'm June 30th is my birthday, so I'm going to play it on my birthday and do like the little birthday thing that they do for you.
Yeah.
Nice.
But I
You see the update.
the swimming update I saw, which is
Be able
really
to
rad.
swim. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
in New Leaf, so I was like, that makes sense. You're gonna get to go out in the ocean and collect stuff off the ocean floor, which is exciting.
That is cool. So, but yeah, like just knowing that I've played more Animal Crossing than I have Breath of the Wild is like I can only imagine the amount of fucking like neckbeard no life I would be if the releases were swapped. If if coronavirus happened right as the release of Breath of the Wild came out,
Oh yeah.
I would have fucking like annihilated. I would have put so many hours in that shit because I did anyway. I literally like went to work 30 minutes early and played Switch in my car.
Yeah.
Whenever Breath of the Wild-
I'm trying to limit myself to like 2 hours maximum of the Switch a day. So usually what I'll do is right after I wake up, I'll play a little bit as like my brain is coming online, and then I'll play it as I'm going to bed. And
that's exactly what I do with Animal Crossing.
pretty good. It's still a lot more than I should be playing it probably, but yeah.
So
Do you want to know how I snagged that? There's this website called like Stock Seeker or some shit like that, and it basically just like refreshes BrickSeek or whatever that like that checks that, and it plays this like noise, and it refreshes every 5 minutes.
So it's like at least 2 APIs deep. It's like
yes,
this website is checking BrickSeek, which is checking the other websites.
Yes. So and it's also checking like eBay, like it's checking all sorts of shit. And like it would go and like the thing is like you can pay for them and they'll make it refresh every minute. But I'm a programmer and you can write your own JavaScript for a page. So I just every 30 seconds.
Oh, it's Spanky turned into a robot. I think it's because John's doing some weird stream shit.
What's crazy is that like it would go off every like 4 or 5 hours, and I'd go and I'd click add to cart, and like in the 3 seconds it took me to like open the tab and click add to cart, it was gone. It was out of stock already.
Yeah.
So it was like when I got that one, and it was the one that came with like the SD card that was like $5 more expensive because it had the Starman from Mario on it.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck it, Matt's getting the Starman Mario SD card.
Yeah, I will never ever see that beautiful SD card art again because I'm never gonna take it out of the thing.
Yeah, it's just gonna be in there. So what's the point?
So I only put a month into Breath of the Wild, and I've almost never picked it up since. I played it the month the Switch first came out, March of 2017, and then something happened in April of 2017 that took the next 2 months of my life. Oh yeah, it was Persona 5, wherever that's at.
Hey, you got your 3D printed
grips that work.
Does that work?
Great. Yeah,
I know,
feels way better. Like,
Yep.
I have small hands, and the controllers are way too small for me. I don't know how you do it, John. Like, fuck.
I got giant hands, but I have the grip thing.
Yeah,
I have my own grip thing. That's why I had to get one, because it is too painful to not have that in play.
I have the worst of both worlds because I have small sausage fingers.
Yeah, I have really long fingers. I got alien hands.
I've got the Vienna sausages too, TJ.
Nice.
Mine are like alien fingers.
It's the one reason why
mine are like your fingers if they cut off like the last.
Like if John was in a shop accident.
Yeah, they're exactly the same as John's, except for like they just took the fingernail and put it on the second knuckle and then cut the rest off.
So yeah, I like that game a lot, and I stopped playing it because I stopped using my Wii U after a while, and now I have.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
But I bought the Switch version, so I do have that. I just haven't played it yet. So, but we got to talk about a thing before we run out of time.
Yes, we do.
Matt, you caught up?
Yes.
To the book club?
Yes.
I got to go to the Avatar fandom wiki.
I'm gonna have
I just pulled the regular
I gotta
wiki,
find the
Avatar.
episode.
fandom.com/wiki/list_of_avatar_colon_the_last_airbender_episodes.
Okay. Did you catch that?
Yeah.
So we started a new season.
Yes.
Yep.
Book 2. Earth. Avatar State. This is a 2006 it started. This was March.
Oh, it's my car.
So 14 years ago this was on. Yeah, so this is called the Avatar State, and they're basically like, hey, let's go to the Earth Kingdom, and they're like get a hero's welcome and whatnot from the people, and you know, because they need to get to they want to get to Umashu, because that's where Aang's friend from the first season, crazy whatever his name is,
King Boomy.
Boomy.
One of my favorite character designs, because he had like a fucking crazy design, and he had tooth gap when he was a kid. So
yes,
and God, this season, this season's where the show starts getting real good, because I'm remembering
specifically episode 6. So I'm more excited for next week.
So episode 1. I mean, this episode that we're talking about, is going to be the first of our three tentacle references, if I remember correctly. No, never mind. It's episode 2. Moving on.
Well, it does have the Katara quicksand porn moment in it.
Oh, no.
You guys have never seen like that
quicksand
weird
porn is
the weird quicksand fetish stuff that like people are into.
Yeah,
no,
so they go to this place, and the Earth dude, I forget his name, is like, hey,
General,
so like
Fong.
I could teach you some stuff, but like I heard that you just kind of go crazy and
you
become
turn into
a nuke,
a giant monster and destroy everything.
So let's just do that.
Yeah, let's just kill all the Fire Nation. And then he's like, I can't get into it without like there's no like they like spend a bunch of time trying to figure out if he can get into his avatar state, but he can't. It's like only like mortal danger basically makes it come
Yep.
out.
Well, and specifically like your loved ones being threatened, it seemed.
Mm-hmm.
So then they do that. They fake Katara's death, and then he enters the avatar state. And you know what? It doesn't turn out well for the Earth dude, because
No.
you just fucking pissed off this like nuclear weapon.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, how did you not see this coming?
Yeah.
And so we actually get a lot of this from we get some more detail too, that Roku shows up as well. Avatar Roku, the previous Avatar, shows up and says, "Hey, by the way, if you die in the Avatar state, you die in real life."
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like you're
No more
if you die in the
Avatar
Avatar
cycle.
state, the reincarnation cycle is broken. The Avatar would cease to exist.
Yep.
So you don't want that. So you should probably only use that when it's like the most necessary.
Now this
Go ahead.
season starts our B and C plots too.
Correct. I was about to say, because we're talking about the A plot, but this is when the show really kicks off the B and I guess the C plot with Azula.
Yep.
So the B plot being Zuko and Iroh kind of
Yep.
laying low because they've been well. That starts in this episode because they basically are relaxing at a temple and getting some R&R after basically they say floating on a shipwrecked boat from the Water
Yeah.
Kingdom down there. So, but in which Azula you see is the C plot. You see her lightning bending, which I think is the first time you see her doing that. You saw in the previous season Iroh redirects. some
Yeah, he
lightning,
seems
but-
to be only be able to like redirect it. He can't.
Whereas she
Jump
is
the
blasting
electricity.
lightning bolts everywhere because that is a more advanced form of firebending. But then she basically shows up and tells Zuko, "Is like, hey, the family wants you back. You know, they can only he can only trust family, your dad, so he wants you to come back."
Yep.
And Zuko is super happy, but Iroh is suspicious. And basically, they're like, "All right, let's go back. Let's join the ship." And the fucking guard makes
I
the
love the
dumbest
fucking guard.
fucking mistake of all, and he's like, "Okay, get the prisoners aboard." And they're like, "What?"
The what? What are we?
Yeah. Wait, what? Prisoners?
Which like
Because-
immediately Iroh
Iroh.
starts like fucking kicking ass.
Yeah, they both start beating the shit out of everybody, and they are able to escape. Even though Azula is a fucking badass motherfucker. When
Yeah.
it comes to that, and so that's like the B plot. We got a lot of episodes to get through. I think we got to keep
All right.
going. But
So
Let's
any
go
other
after
comments?
this, they're like, "Hey, we're done with the Fire Nation. We're gonna cut our hair and cut off our top knots."
Yes,
and that's like
yes,
the
yes.
symbolism of them going rogue.
Well, more going rogue, but I also think that in a way, Zuko still wants to catch the Avatar, and maybe that will get him his
Yeah.
right to go back. He still thinks that. Whereas I think also Azula is like, maybe I should get the Avatar as well. That's kind of what she wants to do, and we'll see a little bit more of that. But then we get the Secret Tunnel episode where they sing my favorite song.
Secret tunnel.
Secret Tunnel.
The
Secret
the
Tunnel.
cave of two lovers.
Yeah, the
Yes.
cave of Katara and Aang smooching.
So
Yeah. The cave
seems-
of the weirdly still too horny for a 12-year-old show.
Look, he's 112.
Hey, and it's dragon too, right?
So wait, technically it's legal because he's 112,
No, because she's still like 14.
but it was olden times.
Yeah,
Oh,
you remember
God
back
damn it.
when the Avatar was a thing?
It's called a phoebophilia. Come on.
Oh my god.
oh, fucking shit.
I don't.
Yeah,
I'm
okay,
so glad I
fine.
don't know what the fuck you just said.
I learned about that from Dr. Disrespect.
Oh god. damn it.
Allegedly.
I can't wait till I'm proven true in a week.
One
Yep.
one thing that
Oh.
this episode introduces that's actually kind of neat for the series that really don't call back to very much is that the first benders of any kind were
Yes.
animals.
Yes.
The first, what is it, the fucking blind
Badger
moles?
moles.
Badger moles
Yeah.
Are the
Badger moles-
original Earthbenders.
benders, and then I think you figure out who the first benders are for every other, except for maybe water. I don't
I think
remember.
the
who
water
first
was
one-
the moon was the first bender for them.
That might be it. But you
Yeah,
do
because
figure
the moon does the tides; it moves the water.
Yeah.
you do figure out who the first firebenders were in season 3, and
They're fire
you can
ants.
pretty much guess that the first airbenders were the flying bison.
What, the
But I
bison that can just fly?
Yeah.
But they don't ever explicitly say it until like the first couple episodes of Legend of Korra. But it's very obvious
Yeah.
that like it's the flying bison.
Yeah. Like they copied the markings for their tattoos and stuff.
Yeah.
So in this one, Aang and Katara are learning waterbending. TJ, the first tentacle reference happens with the octopus form.
Yes,
Of
octopus
waterbending.
form of
Where they have,
waterbending.
like multiple tentacles of water to like lash
Yes.
out. I gotta mention as well, in these first 5 episodes, you learn that Katara fucking kicks ass as a waterbender.
Yeah.
She's fucking like holding her own with all these like assassin people and stuff. And I forgot about
I actually think that she's kind of a Mary Sue because she like wasn't good at waterbending in the first season, and now she's like really
Go
bad,
back to
and
Reddit.
Feminism is ruining all of our cartoons and comic books, and vote Donald Trump. Sorry, I was just trying
Wait,
to
what are
think of
you?
pre-
What are you? Somebody who used to host this podcast?
Now we are
Anyway.
seeing that Aang is starting to incorporate some waterbending into his skills as well.
Yes, true. He's not
he-
only using airbending in combat.
Yes.
He's starting to waterbend as well.
He's definitely not mastered it yet, but he
No.
is using it. He's like he is comfortable with using it in combat.
Yeah, and then in our B plot, Zuko and Iroh basically are like naked and afraid, trying to survive out in the wilderness. And
Yep.
Iroh eats some poison berries, and they basically like, okay, we gotta go get like medicine for this, so I don't die. And so then they hide in like an Earth and Kingdom village and get some help. And then he meets a Fire Nation Song. Her name is. Or an Earth Kingdom girl who was
Girl, yep.
who I believe her dad was killed by the Fire Nation or something, and then
Yeah,
she was
so-
injured.
Away
got
in the
some
war,
burns.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's off in the war, so she can't.
Yep. And
And
so
he says his dad is also off in the war,
or
which is,
busy
you
with
know,
the war.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but she's got a burn scar on her leg, like he has on his face. You know.
Yep.
And he's surprised, and you're kind of seeing a little bit of what the show's main focus is about: how war is bad and nobody is good, no matter what side you're on.
Sounds like
Which you see a
commie
little bit in
talk
the
to me.
previous episode with the earth-bending guy trying to get Avatar turned into a super weapon, and
Yep.
without actually any like, it's like, oh, maybe the Earth Kingdom also is bad, but they just happen to not be in power right now.
Yeah.
And
Why
you kind
does
of
it seem
learn
like-
more.
The actually that earthbender thing reminds me a lot of like the ring from Lord of the Rings. Like
Mm.
Yeah.
no matter who it comes in contact with, they want to use the power for good, but it's gonna corrupt them.
Yeah,
It seems like the B plot of all these episodes now are just, hey, Zuko sees people being nice to him, and then he should learn his lesson, and Iroh's like, you're doing well, and then he just fucks it up
I know.
every fucking
I know.
episode.
Zuko's just like, I forget. He has a good line in this one where he's just, oh, let me see. I said
Oh
it
yeah,
to my head.
why would you take advantage when they showed you their kindness? They're about to show us more kindness.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
and
I
he
know.
steals
What a
their
dick.
chocobo.
Yes, he does steal the
He
chocobo.
does steal the chocobo. Yeah, the
I think Zuko is honestly like season 2. Zuko, his writing is kind of trash. Like season 1, Zuko is very like one note, and season 3, Zuko is really good. But season 2, Zuko's writing is kind of bad.
No, it starts great. It's like, oh, Zuko, okay, we're finally getting there. Almost, we
Yeah.
peaked, and fucking. Well, we'll get to that when we get to episode 19 and 20. But it's going to be worse than season 1.
Oh, it isn't. This isn't from that episode. This might be from that episode. I forget. There's a me IRL post that was Prince Zuko from this. Maybe not this season, but it's a girl's asking, "What do you like to do for fun?" And he says, "Nothing," because he's such an edgelord at this point in his life. Because he really
that's
is.
great.
I mean, when you think about it, everyone that he's ever known has been like has turned on him. Like his entire family. The only person who's on his side right now is Iroh, because well, and Aang. Aang's actually the only other person who's shown him like a lot of kindness at this point as well, like saving his life multiple times. But yeah, he's still kind of a jerk, and he's like, you know what? I'll take their fucking ostrich anyway and get out of here.
Now, outside the original Earthbenders, the Secret Tunnel episode doesn't have any bulk on the A plot at all.
Nah,
I don't think so.
they
Nah.
just
It's a filler episode.
it's a little bit more of the Aang and Katara relationship stuff. I really liked the idea that they couldn't find the way out because the only way to actually find the way out is to not use lights, which I thought was a really clever thing of like, if you're trying to meet in secret, you could, because anyone would take a fucking light into a cave, but actually if you don't use lights, you can actually see luminescence on the walls to like see how to get around. So that's kind of an ingenious way to protect that. But anyway,
you could just ride a badger mole.
Yeah,
Or
you could just do that. Yeah.
That episode does.
You like the music?
Yes,
I
that's
forgot
right.
about that. That was cute.
That episode does give you the origin of the name of the city, Omashu. Because the
it's
were
the
Oma and Shu.
Yeah.
And then they emerge and see that Omashu is completely overrun by the Fire Nation. And that's how the episode ends. And
in Return to Omashu, episode 3, I actually don't give a shit about the A plot because it is you can tell where it's gonna go for like the entirety of the episode.
Yeah. So the Democrats in Omashu create COVID, and it's all a liberal hoax to help the Earthbenders escape, just like in real life.
Only like they're like, oh, Boomy can't bend because he's in this, but it's like I've seen Aang sneeze and basically airbend with his nose by sneezing. Of course Boomy would be able to earthbend with his face. It just but what I did like, it introduced Mai and Ty Lee.
Yes, the edgelord girl.
Oh yeah. and the other.
I could never read Ty Lee as anything but a nymphomaniac.
The Dick Grayson of the,
Yeah, so let's just I guess get into
that's
the
right. She is fucking Robin.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's get into the C plot here. Princess Azula basically is like, hey, if we're gonna capture your brother and uncle, you need to not be going with the royal procession because they're going to be able to find you, if you're in this big army. She's like, all right, I'm going to get a small elite team to track them. And so she shows up to this like circus, basically. Ty Lee, the daughter of a nobleman, they went to the Royal Fire Academy for Girls together. But then she's basically stopped doing her like, firebending, like martial arts, and is just basically focused on being a circus performer. She's like an acrobat. That's her whole deal. And I love Azula in this because she's just like, okay, sure, I'll respect your decision. And then basically during her performance, she's like, get rid of the ropes or the net. That's
light the net on fire.
You know what? Better yet, light them on fire. And then Ty Lee's like, you know what? I am going to join you.
Oh, you forgot. Are there any vicious animals here? Oh, we have lots of exotic animals. Release them all.
Yeah. So I think Ty Lee realizes that basically she's not going to take no for an answer, and she doesn't want to basically have the circus ruined because of her, and Azula just fucking it up. So she's like, yeah, I'll join you. And that's kind of, you never really get her as being like evil, like Azula. She just is like, I'm going to help her because, she used to be my friend, but
I'm just going to follow my girlfriend. It's fine. We got
fine.
this.
Yeah,
she's kind of like a hired gun too.
Yeah.
Ty Lee is definitely one of my favorite characters in the series.
Yeah, for sure. And then so they get to so back to the A plot. Yep. They sneak into Omashu through the sewers, and Sokka gets covered in poop and covered in tentacles from the pentacles.
Yes, it is tentacle rape.
Tentacled octopus.
Yes.
And it leaves weird marks on your skin, and I think he jokingly says it's pentapox, and then Sokka freaks out. He's like, no, it's not a real thing.
No, he does it intentionally because they were harassed by Fire Nation guards.
Yeah.
No. No, I know.
Curfew.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought they called it pentapox earlier as like to make fun of Sokka, and he was like,
no.
Anyway,
at this point,
they pretended to be sick so they could get past the guards, and the guards are like, I think I've heard of that. Like,
yeah.
And so then they all leave, and they don't want to get sick.
Didn't your nephew die from that?
Yeah.
And so they're like, we need to get out of here. Oh no, something happens. Oh, there's a
The resistance was trying to kill the nobles in the city by
yes,
dropping a
and
bunch of
Avatar
rocks.
stops them, and then they get basically whisked off to join the resistance underground, basically.
Yep.
You know, because they use the earthbending to like sneak around inside the mountain.
And they don't explain it much. It's just Avatar just sees someone about to be hurt, doesn't care who it is,
Yeah, he's
protects
like, oh,
them from
shit.
being hurt.
Well, I mean, there was women and children. There was a baby,
Yes.
you know, everything there. He's like,
Yeah.
Exactly.
And so
And
then,
then,
he basically tells the resistance like, it's not worth like fighting. You're never going to win this. Like they own the entire city, and then they're like, well, all of our families are there, and he's like, and then Sokka's like, hey, guess what? Coronavirus. Like we can get them out. This is the COVID-19 episode of Avatar. And we're introduced to also. Well, I think Aang stops the resistance. Mai, who's one of my favorite, my Bay character.
My bad.
My bay.
The edgelord.
Oh yeah.
Girl.
The
I think
MySpace
it's
girl.
Mai Lee. She is like a knife bender. She like is just whipping,
I think it's just
like she's just.
I think she's just May, isn't it?
May.
It's
whatever.
May and Ty Lee? Yeah.
Yeah,
So
May and
it's just
Ty Lee,
me.
thank you.
It's me and Ty Lee.
May of May is throwing, but she's like throwing knives and shit.
Yeah, but
at
she's
Aang
actually
before he
May of May,
escapes.
not May of May 84.
And so you kind of see that she's a like kind of an assassin.
Fuck
type
you,
person.
Matt. I want that name back on Twitter.
And so later, anyway, so they're like, okay, we got to get the resistance out of here. Let's give all of their family in the resistance pentapox, and they'll escape the city. And so they all make their escape, and then Aang is like, I got to stay behind. I got to find Boomy. Like,
Now,
get the people out.
We get a tiny D plot, which will then bring us back
yes.
to the A plot.
The
Momo,
lemur
the flying
kidnaps a
lemur.
baby.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, the baby.
The baby
follows
kid.
the lemur. He
the
kidnapped.
baby
Oh,
also.
way to victim blame, John.
But
The
anyway,
lemur
yeah.
just wanted to eat some shit, and baby pulled his tail, and then they end up doing the whole Buttons and Mindy thing from Animaniacs.
Well, they just get in a chase, and the baby wants to squeeze and hug and kiss and love the Momo. So it follows Momo out with the Earthbenders, and so it's like, oh shit, the Earthbenders kidnapped the royal child,
Yeah.
basically.
We did a head count. We've got one extra.
Yeah,
What?
Yeah.
it's a baby. And you
Yeah.
see a little bit more of the show's overall morals of when they're like, oh, he'll grow up to kill you, and then Katara's like, but look at him, he's a baby now, like he's not going to hurt anybody, because you know it's not that people are evil, it's that
Yep.
you know it's our systems that create anyway, and our traditions that create evil. But but that's what the show gets into more. But anyway, Azula shows up there, and she's like, hey, May, join my fucking elite team of Zuko catchers, basically. I'm sorry, yeah, she's not going after the Avatar, she's going after Zuko.
Yep. Zuko and Iroh.
Zuko and I.
But and then she's like, "Oh, you guys are doing a prisoner transfer?
Yeah.
We're gonna take care of it so you don't fuck it up."
Yeah, basically. And so then when Aang shows up with the baby and Katara and Sokka, you kind of see our protagonists and antagonists for this season meet each other, you know.
Yep.
And so you have, you know, May jumping around throwing sword or knives, and Meili?
Tylee. Yep.
Kylie like flipping around, jumping. There's some really cool combat sequence in this, and
So-
Katara's kicking ass as a waterbender, freezing people.
We find out that Tylee can do this like fa 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 and stop people from bending.
Yes.
And later on, we learn that is chi blocking.
Oh yeah,
Which is
it was like a
A
pressure
very
point thing.
heavy thing as well in the later series as well. I mean,
Yes.
Korra had to go into that as well.
But yeah, so I mean, you're really dealing with one strong bender and two non-benders against two strong benders and a single non-bender. And then
Oh, Sokka's cool. I like to make fun of him.
yeah,
He's got a
he's a non-bender.
boomerang.
He does have a
Yes.
boomerang. For now.
Which he doesn't name Boomy.
Okay.
The boomerang should be named Boomy.
So anyway, during this scuffle, Aang gets up there and frees Boomy, and him and Azula do the little roller coaster ride around the city.
Yes, Aang is surfing on Coffin Boomy.
Yeah, Boomy, who's in like a Hannibal Lecter like tomb, so that he can't bend. Basically, he's kept in it.
Well, it's mostly so they can do the coffin dance. Sorry, bad joke. 2019 astronomy.
Yes, I get it. The
Sorry.
Nigerian or whatever African coffin dance that you're
Yes,
talking about.
I've been listening to a lot of covers of that lately.
I see. Is that the new? What was the song from 2017?
Bum,
Fuck.
bum, 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 bum.
We are number one.
We're number one. Okay, yeah.
We're number one. It's the new We Are Number One with the ultimate tons of covers. Anyway, so Boomy is like escaping, or he's trying to escape with Boomy, and then like they basically get away from Azula after a really cool like combat sequence. Boomy's like, actually, I can bend, because he like bends to stop them or save them or whatever.
Mhm.
And he's like, what, you can? He's like, well, they didn't cover my face up, so I can still do some bending, because he's a master,
Mhm.
But then he kind of gives him the first lesson, the concept of Jing, which is when there's not only a attack and a retreat, with positive Jing and negative Jing.
Yep.
There's also neutral Jing, which is what earth bending is all about.
Yeah.
Earth bending is all about being in the center,
Just
being
waiting
neutral.
for the right moment, basically.
Wait. And so he says he's neutral right now. This isn't the right moment, so I'm going to stay here. And then
He ends up earth bending himself back up.
into
Just zoom.
yeah.
Whee!
So, and then Aang kind of like understands a little bit, and then Aang then does the Avatar like superhero thing and shows up and returns the child to the family.
Yep.
And then disappears into the night.
Because babies aren't a pawn to be reckoned with. You put the baby back with the parents.
The next episode, The Swamp,
It's
is
about
one of my
Washington, D.C.
Drain swamp.
It's literally
The Democrats are the real swamp.
it's literally just Deliverance, but with water.
It's Avatar
Yes.
Deliverance,
But
complete with like
Tentacle
yoke
3.
guys. Yes.
We have our third set of tentacles, except for this time they're vine tentacles.
Yeah,
They're vines.
they're
grabbing
venticles.
Honestly, not a lot really happens in this episode plot wise. It's all like character development bullshit.
And it's like world building to show that like even though
yes, they're
they're waterbenders, they're a
Plants.
completely different culture than the North and South Pole waterbenders.
Key to a future discovery of waterbenders can bend plants because they have water in them, and
They have
there are
water
other
in them.
water in them as well.
Yep.
That we'll get to later in the show. But waterbending is, it just kind of explains it, because you saw, firebenders can do lightning. Waterbenders can also do plants because they, contain water in them, so they can bend them.
Not all the swamp benders are waterbending plants, because if you see the people driving the boats, they're doing this fucking
Yeah,
arm
they're fucking
helicopter thing.
Cajun fan boats.
Motorboats, like
Yeah,
with the water.
exactly.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
All the waterbending moves are mostly based off of Tai Chi, but not this fucking helicopter shit that's going on.
Yeah,
So basically, everyone starts seeing shit because they're on drugs in Deliverance in the woods.
yeah. Swamp gas.
Katara sees dead mom, and Sokka sees dead girlfriend, and Aang sees some girl.
Yeah, I don't even know what this is referencing, and I've seen it, but they mention later that he might be seeing a future something.
Well, they mention in this episode that that time is not like a static forward and backward thing. Is that time kind of doesn't exist at all. So though the two things that that Katara and Sokka saw were things from their past, since time isn't static or whatever,
linear.
But time isn't linear. Aang is seeing something that he hasn't seen yet. He's seeing something from the future.
Which is
So
something they never, ever, ever go on to expand upon ever in the series or in Korra. This specifically for this one episode.
Other than the world is connected like a single organism, they kind of talk about that kind of between the connection between.
That's like Neon Genesis Evangelion stuff.
I still haven't watched that.
I would also like to mention that
Don't. Terrible.
Okay,
I'll watch it next week.
Walmart has the salads right here, the recall. All right, I'm back on it because I got to the website. So this is something working as a food manufacturing. They're talking about the cyclospora infections here. This is actually was mainly found first in Aldi and Hy-Vee brand of garden salads. And so the Walmart ones were added to the list preventatively because they use the same manufacturing facility.
Okay.
But there have been the outbreak began in it looks like May. And
it began in May.
Mm.
Yeah, it began in May and it was through the 17th of June. So the stuff I have may not necessarily be part of the actual, but they recalled it just out of safety, I guess. So they're continuing to just recall anything associated with it. So who knows? There's been 206 people ill from it, 23 hospitalizations. So 13 cases in Wisconsin so far. Mostly
and meanwhile, Zuko becomes a bandit.
Sorry.
Yep.
I don't know why. I was looking through my tabs when I was switching to the new thing, and I saw the cyclospora, and then I saw an FDA update to it. So sorry. I got poison salad. All right. I'm concerned. Anyway, yes, Zuko and Iroh sing for money, and some guys like dance for me, and the swordsman like slashing at Iroh's feet, and Iroh's like, that guy was so nice. He gave us a gold coin, and Zuko's like, I'll fucking murder your children.
Yeah.
And then later on in the episode, this is all I think Zuko has in this episode. And Iroh is he shows up later and beats the shit out of the guy and steals money from him. And steals the swords, basically. And now he's the blue spirit again with his two swords.
Do we know if those are his same? If those swords are his same original two swords?
Probably.
Did we ever find that out?
I don't think so. That would be incredibly weird.
But they definitely both have that half hilt thing going on.
It could just be a common type of sword sold, in Earth. Anyway, I
love that swords.
The key from the A plot though is that Aang and his friends meet this fucking vine monster that just turns out to be a man who's a swamp bender, water and plant bender, who just wants to protect the swamp, and he teaches Aang a lesson about how all plants are connected and that he uses his like avatar state in his hand to like locate his Momo and Appa. And he kind of he can connect basically. And
I use my hand to locate my Momo and Appa sometimes, if you know what I mean.
You're asexual.
yeah, I'm allowed to do it to myself. That's what that means.
Yeah. You reproduce by budding.
We're gonna get to the next episode where
actually, in my case, but
where my actual bae shows up.
So the next episode is the Rashomon episode. There is.
Do you know what my actual bae is? Can you guess?
Avatar
motherfucking Kyoshi.
Yeah.
She kicked
fucking right.
Also voiced by Jennifer Hale.
She could step on my face.
Also big old giant feet.
And she's gigantic.
Yes.
She is a quote unquote, not to quote Steven Universe, a giant woman.
Yeah. Death by Snoozu. But this is the whole like a thing has happened in the past and there's varying accounts of it and we have to try and channel the avatar to figure out what actually happened.
Yeah, so there's the Rough Rhinos, the Fire Nation military unit that are like catch them basically and they escape to this village and Sokka loses his boomerang. But they get to keep Katara's waterbending scroll and Aang's staff they go back for, but they don't go back for the boomerang.
And the Rough Rhinos are, of course, led by Theodore Roosevelt.
Yes, Teddy Roosevelt, back in the
I
day.
feel like rough rhinos are what I call pebble shits.
That's the opposite of what I'm going to be having in a week. Thanks to the poison salad. So yeah, they go to this Earth Kingdom village and they're like, "Hey, you coming to the Avatar Day celebration?" And they're like, "Oh, this is nice." And Aang's like, "It's nice to be appreciated." And they have like these floats of Avatar Roshi, Avatar Roku, Avatar Kyoshi, as well as Aang, like a little effigy, and they like roll them up and they're like, "Oh, cool!" And then they're like, "Set them on fire!" And you're like, "Oh,
literally,
Down with
they're
the
effigies.
Avatar.
like, what?" And then so they're like hate the Avatar for some reason, and then Sokka becomes Sherlock Holmes.
So
to
first of
figure out
all,
what's going on. What's up?
how fucking old do avatars get if Avatar Kyoshi did what she did 370 years ago? Now, first of all, Avatar Aang was born 112 years before this.
12 years. There.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
but he was really frozen 100 years ago. But 112 minus the 370, that's going to be 258 years.
So
And
they both live
I feel like
over 100.
Roku was about 100. Yeah.
Which is weird because Aang died when he was like 50.
Spoiler.
Well, you don't even know how he died.
Okay.
There's
Let's
secret
not get
theories. It's like
let's
he
get to the
died.
core.
Is it autoerotic asphyxiation? Because that
so the-
happens to a lot of people.
Probably.
So the existence of the Legend of Korra series presupposes that Aang has to die because there is a new Avatar in the
Yeah.
new series. So you know he's dead when the new series exists. But yeah,
and you know, based on how much time has passed since the previous series, how old Aang was when he died.
I thought he was 70 or something like that.
I don't think he was that old. He might have been 60, but I don't
But
think he was.
I think they do
He
mention
did spend a century locked in an iceberg,
That's
so
true,
maybe
he's
that
already
shortens your lifespan.
Now, I don't know, because new Gran at the beginning of Korra is fucking old.
Okay, let's stop about this. We're getting way off track here.
Yes,
But
we are.
avatars can live to be super old. I think they've mentioned that multiple times. They live to be like so, but they would both have to be like 140. Oh, whatever.
Yeah.
Let's not worry about that. The math is weird, but anyway, they say that Kyoshi killed their leader, murdered Shin the Great back in the day, and they're like, "There's no way that they would do that." Like, Aang's
I
like,
love
"There's
the
no
Crimson
way I
Shin.
murdered anyone. What?
I love the Crimson Shin.
Yes, the Crimson Chin. Oh my God. Chin the Great, who is very small compared to Kyoshi, we find out later. But so the village is basically like, all right. Or Aang's like, you know what? I'll stand trial because I know I didn't do this. I know my past life I'm innocent. And so he gets jailed. And then he hangs out with the guys from that meme that are the supportive bodybuilder guys.
Yeah.
You know that meme I'm talking about with like the guys on the internet? Because basically he like meets these guys who are like, hey, what are you in for? And it's this big fucking tattoo. I got a tattoo too, and he's got like the snake tattoo. But then like they cut back later and they're just like, hey man, just tell her how you feel. You know? It's just like funny. It's like, oh, okay. These guys are actually pretty cool.
I mean, he's
He's in the stocks, but then he gets out of them because
he's
they're
like,
obviously too big for a child. He's 12. It's pretty funny. But then the judge, when he comes back and says, "No, justices, I just tell you that you're guilty, and we do it in front of everybody."
Yeah. I tell my story, you tell your story, and then I decide.
Yeah. And so Katara and Sokka fly off to go to Kyoshi's island.
That's my favorite Mario game.
Kyoshi Island.
They go to Kyoshi Island
Asshole.
and look at all of her artifacts and are basically like, there is no way that she did this, because if you look at that temple, it's the same age as the statue.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously,
And there was an ancient boot or an ancient footprint that was
way too
evidence,
small
but
compared to
her boots are fucking giant.
Yeah, 'cause she was like 6'5" or something. Probably she was a giant lady. And so there's no way this happened. And also, she was supposedly on the Kyoshi Island because they said, "Oh, it's Kyoshi Island Day today because that's when our island was founded," and she was there. And so they're like, "Well, there's no way." Like, if
Turns out, both are true.
Yeah. Yes, and that's what we find out is that basically Aang tries to give his defense, and it's just bad because he's 12 and he can't string any words together because he's dumb.
Yeah.
I mean, he's 12. Like he's like trying secondhand to bring up all this stuff that Katara and Sokka figured out. But then like they're like, all right, is it before or after they sentence him that he turns into? I think it's
before, because
It is before.
they put they put her clothes on, and he's able to channel that avatar, and she's like, I fucking killed Chin the Tyrant.
Yeah,
Chin the Conqueror.
Yeah. She shows up badass. She's like, he's not Chin the Great. He was Chin the Conqueror, and he was awful. And he was like, the Earth Kingdom back then was like in power, and they were just destroying and subjugating everybody. And so she basically used her awesome power to break off Kyoshi
a peninsula
Island
and turn it into an island.
Move it out into the ocean where they could be safe. And then Chin was there. And he basically was an idiot and fell in because he was just like, I'm going to be cool and stand here on the edge. And then falls into the water. So he died. And she's like, yeah, I fucking killed him because he sucked.
So then Aang comes out of the avatar state and it's like, what happened? Oh, you just confessed.
You confessed.
You just confessed to the crime. And then they bring out the Wheel of Punishment, which I liked. Had like this community service, death by boiling acid or like boiling oil.
Boiling oil, yeah.
Like spike pit. And then it was like all these things. I was like, oh, that's how they do justice. And they spin it and he gets boiling oil. But then the Fire Nation, the Rhino Riders show up. And they're like, give us the avatar.
Yeah.
We're going to beat you all up.
And like, we changed it to community service. Now go serve the community.
Yep.
And so he fights off the Rhino boys.
Yeah.
The Republicans in name only.
Sokka gets his boomerang back because the guy drops it, and he's like, "You always come back."
Come back.
Yeah, that was great.
But anyway, they have a cool fight scene. They fight him off, and they're like, "Okay, fine. That was your community service. You're good." And the B plot though during this is that like throughout the episode, I think we go back to Zuko a couple times,
fucking stealing shit from everybody, food, money.
Yeah, he used his mask and swords to steal. A man and a woman steal baskets with food. And he comes back, and Iroh's like, "How'd you get this food?" And he's like,
"I found it.
I found it." Clearly. And then later, he's basically Robin Hood.
Yeah,
like stealing money from a tax collector.
He steals a chest of gold. Yeah.
And then Iroh is basically starting to be like, "This is not a good way to be." And then Iroh's like, and then Zuko's like, "Fine, we'll separate here. I'm gonna go on my own way. You can go on your own."
So far, I think 4 of these 5 episodes had a horny on main moment.
I'm sorry, I just looked at what the next episode is, and they introduced one of my favorite characters. So
I know that's why I said episode 6 is where this season starts getting good.
Yes, it is.
My wife asked me what character she was.
My wife,
John's wife.
Oh, it's someone you haven't met yet, and we're going to meet him next episode. So,
but yeah, because in this episode, Sokka was like, "Hey, where's Suki?" "Oh yeah, they're in the war."
Oh yeah, I forgot.
My girlfriend just died, but this girl that kissed me, I kind of want to see where she is.
Yeah. Well, rebounds.
Yeah. I mean, he really only has 2 legit love interests this whole thing.
And let's be real, the first one was pretty fucking rushed. Like, I mean, it's like he only fell for her because she was the first girl to touch his boner. Like, let's be honest here. And then she turns into the moon.
That part of the show.
Not everyone's first love turns into the fucking moon and shows up every single night.
Can we talk about something here real quick?
Yes.
Spanky, you fucked up on this. But I saw a little note from Netflix saying Avatar: The Last Airbender is now available streaming in HD. Because up until this week, it was not streaming in HD. Because I was like,
oh, really?
Because I was like, oh, it's an old show, whatever. Now they have the actual HD transfers of the animation.
I noticed that it looked better, but I figured it was just like season 2 got saved better or something.
No. Yeah, if you go back to season 1, it looks good now.
Nice.
So yeah, it's nice that they did that. But oh yeah, fucking next episode is Mick Foley in it as a voice.
Yes.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah. Well, there's the boulder.
Is he the boulder?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's some cool shit coming.
It's a good episode.
Yeah. But yeah, introduced a great character. But anyway, show's being good here. Oh yeah, and then episode 7, Zuko alone. Yeah, we got some good shit coming up.
Yep.
We get a big Zuko episode. Oh, and Bossing. Oh man. Oh, we get some flashbacks.
Oh, it's fine because there's no war in Ba Sing Se.
There is no coronavirus in Ba Sing Se.
Oh god. I've seen those posts. That's a spoiler for later in the season. But anyway, that is it for Avatar. I think we're done.
I think so.
What time are we at? 4 hours long?
Yeah,
2.5 since we started streaming.
2.5. I'll cut like 10 minutes out of that, the intro.
Yeah.
Or even recording. So pretty typical. Wow, your stream quality is very bad, but it might just be mine.
No,
Yeah.
it's the rest of us. I think it's Discord servers right now.
Oh, really?
That makes sense. I boosted my server. I'm paying $10 a month for this bullshit.
Yeah, I get you. The website's borninthE80s.net. You can find previous episodes there, as well as if John starts writing again.
Oh my god, I wrote half of a post, and then work has been insane this last.
I
2
bet.
So I haven't.
Yeah,
had-
he has to handle this Walmart salad that he bought.
I know. I'm gonna be on the toilet all week. You got this Walmart salad. Fucking poison salad. The poison.
Poison salad.
Join us on our Discord. That's YOLO420.com/borninthE80s. You can talk to us directly. It's not like I fucking do anything. So
Yeah.
I'll be
Yeah.
around. Just at me. 2 in
Yeah.
the morning. I don't
You
give a
can,
fuck.
we got people in the Discord. We got group gaming, party chat. Stuff that we can hang out in. General voice chat. If you're bored during the week, chat us up. We'll be
Yeah,
there.
of course.
We're all
I'm
bored
at-
only.
I'm at MayofMay84 on Twitter. On Twitch, you can find me twitch.tv/MayofMay. I'm also on Mixer if I feel like using that before it's gone. I'm not going to. Fuck. John, because I stole
I'm
your
at
thunder.
real_Lance_.
God damn it.
No, I am John_Danger on Twitter.com.
I've
I like
still
to
not
tweet- I like to
unfollowed
tweet
that.
awful garbage that 3 people retweet every time.
Oh, me? Yeah, I get you.
You can find me at Matt Haig Music pretty much anywhere.
Yep. And
Yeah,
Spanky doesn't go on social media.
Spanky doesn't exist on the internet.
It's smart.
Spanky is like a ghost.
Yes. I'm the ghost in the machine.
Speaking of ghosts, come play Halo with me.
Talking about earlier with Neon Genesis Evangelion is that at the end of the show, every human
Bye-bye.
gets like squished into one glob so they can all fuck each other for eternity.
Spoilers!
I haven't seen
No.
it.
At the end, everyone goes to a room where they say congratulations.
Congratulations.
Oh my god.
Congratulations.
That's such a
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Goodbye,
That is
everyone.
the fucking